And now, live from the Man Cave, Studio B, deep in the heart of constitutional Livingston County, Michigan, on a Tuesday night demanding justice rant. With your co-hosts, Patrick Acton's in the house. Our good friend Dan Wallahan is here. Of course, Teddy Bester to terrorize me. Yours truly, Larry Parsons. This is My Brain, the best podcast in Michigan, hosted by your favorite host, Jeremy Scott Gibbs. This podcast is real. If you don't like it, turn it off.
Why is that doing that?
What do you mean? I resemble those remarks.
You resemble those remarks for sure.
Welcome to the show, Dan.
All right, everybody got their mics on?
It's good to see you, buddy.
I can't hear a thing.
How's that wife of yours doing?
I can hear.
She's busy working, had a case today down in court, and did a good job down there for a client, as always.
As always. Well, we have got one incredible show talking about demanding justice. We've got some good news and some sad stories, and we've got a lot to cover. It's going to be a big show.
A really, really big shoe.
Big shoe.
And I lost one of my cords. I can't find my headphones. I'm trying to get it in here. Well, you guys can hear me on their microphones, so it's all good. And I don't know what's up with the table. It was like totally, is there too many things in the way of the table? Look at that. It's all, don't tell me it focused literally on the Di Serono bottle.
Yeah, well,
That's ridiculous.
that's because it's important. It knows that
That's ridiculous.
This is your brain.
I mean, we're disappointing cat respecter out there not seeing a gay fish. So, I mean, that makes a lot of difference there. You know, you do all the prep work, you do everything you can, and you still have Larry.
And a Di Serono bottle being,
A Di Serono bottle.
the center point of the whole podcast.
I can't find, where is this one at? That's why it's hanging on the outside. All right. Well, talk about dinner. Those of us that ate.
Oh, dinner was great.
It was pretty good.
Chicken with honey, garlic rub on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? I mean, it's sweet with it's kind of a salty flavor to it.
Yeah, a little zest.
Yeah.
It was good.
Teddy even ate some of the pierogies, even though he was making pierogies all day long.
Pierogies were good. And the mushrooms are the standard, the mushrooms.
And the signature salad.
And the signature salad.
Always got to have that, yep.
Yep.
Well, sometimes we trade the signature salad off for, something else, like
I'll have to bring in my signature taco dip one time.
Dude, as I was cooking tonight, I realized, I'm like, we haven't done Taco Tuesday in quite a while.
It is Tuesday,
Yeah. It was kind of a, on the nose when we would go, it's Taco Tuesday, because it is Tuesday.
I think next Tuesday, I'll handle dinner and bring White Castles for everyone.
No. That fan's not big enough up there.
All right.
It's right over the top of you, so you'd be...
We don't want to drop F-bombs right away at the beginning of the show, but that's almost worthy of one right there, buddy.
Yeah.
This whole place will be cleared out early.
Yeah, exactly.
Podcast canceled on account of gas.
Yeah.
It's not right,
What
man.
a
It's
stench.
not right. All right, I don't know why this side of the table is that much darker in the cameras, but look at how,
Yeah, it is.
like, you guys are lit up. Like, Dan looks like he's the preacher at the church ready to throw down a sermon, and we're over here in the shadows. I don't
It makes the bald spot on my head shiny.
That doesn't help. Let's see if this one helps. That doesn't help either. Let's try this one again. All right, we'll try it. It's because we're in front of the new TV, and it's probably that camera's probably adjusting.
Yeah. That is it bigger than the last one?
Yeah.
And it weighs a ton. Dude, it's like, what did the boys say when we were hauling it out of the house? They said it's put on a F-250 chassis.
Yeah.
Dude, it's all metal. The whole back is all...
Oh, wow.
Looks like an old school TV
Dude.
in some ways.
It's probably 5-6 years old. Because Tanya's dad was still alive when we got it. And we got it for the house. And Tanya's mom was like, I think I need something smaller up at the house. I'm like, well, she's like, but then we got the big TV. I'm like, I'll take it. Should I say it over the air, Larry?
Well, I put that number in, and it said bad boy.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That shouldn't be right. Oh, you got to do it. It did the lockup BS again. Type in that.
You got the cap lock on.
Yeah. A1. This is so stupid.
Yeah,
dude.
I just did that. I just went through that.
Sorry, everybody out there. Larry's.
My computer.
It's Tanya's computer.
Yeah. Well, it's my borrowed computer.
So Tanya didn't want you to use it. So
You know how hard it is to.
Keep up with these computers? 'Cause we got
No.
so many, and they're constantly updating.
No. You know how hard it is to change a user once a user's like locked into it? There are.
It's all cloud-based and all that stuff
Dude,
these days.
well, part of that's that problem, and she doesn't know her passphrase, so I have to do that little stupid thing. Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. We've got some exciting things to talk about tonight.
Like TVs. So I guess the end of the story is that you traded the TV that was here for this one.
No, the TV that was here is down there on the balcony now,
Okay.
and I'm helping my buddy do a remodel down in Ypsilanti, and there were 4 flat screens in there, older ones, and he's like, "Yeah, take them." All 4 of them work. I put 3 of them in the game room for the grandkids. So, and they were bigger than those 2. So those 2, if you guys look behind Larry and them,
they're like advertisements.
they're the movie posters.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Let's
Playbills? Is that what they call them? Playbills.
something like that. So they're behind Teddy and Larry and Dan. So on either side of my screen now, I have movie posters that rotate. I got them on a 30-second.
Nice. You got Twisters up there now.
Oh, dude,
Twister, that's one of my favorite movies.
I go into my Google Drive and I can load up anything, any movie poster I want, or I can just do regular pictures. But
Well,
yeah, that's where my
you got to download the movie poster for the movie Nell, because I was in there.
Nell? Okay.
Are you
Jodie
on?
Foster
Are
and
you
Liam
on the
Neeson.
poster though?
Are you on the poster?
Could we
Larry?
edit? Could we edit his face on the
Dude,
poster?
we could.
Playbill.
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
that.
we could so do that.
We could do that.
You could also do The Fugitive.
You were in The
I
Fugitive?
was in The Fugitive too. There's
Dude,
2 movies I
you know
was
what?
in.
He's got 1,500 siblings, and he's a movie star.
No, I am not a movie
Dude,
star.
this guy, and he dresses up like, and he dresses up like Ted Nugent for Halloween. How do you say that? Halloween. Anyways, all right, we're good. Are you guys hearing me? Is that just me sounding
hearing
hollow
you.
to
I
can hear
myself?
you.
Okay. I'm making sure. I'm doing a different. There's Patrick is back. You're right, Big K.
Trey says hi.
I see that. Very good.
Yes, we
Let's
let
see if that
Patrick
button's
back in.
working. Let me see if that button's working. Chat overlay. Yep, chat overlay's working, buddy. Seeing it?
Yep.
Cool. And I made changes on that screen. If you look, the brain is down there and everything like that. So if I do a key overlay, and I didn't change it on the regular overlay screen, so the brain is way up at the top. So if I do the key overlay, the brain is right on top of it. It's all good. Whatever. All right, let's get into this disclaimers, and then we're going to get into some news. We got some killer stuff. I got questions for Dan. I got questions for you, Dan. I'm going to be...
Answer them if I can. I'm going all off memory. So
Dude,
no
You
notes.
should be very scared.
I'm going to be your Jesse Ventura. I'm just asking questions. Let me see here. Okay, if I get the right page, we'll be good to go. I did load this up. so let's do this. Wall.
Get GMA.
Yeah. I
The
gotta remember which
original?
one I do. That one. Okay, so let's go with a disclaimer before I get old.
Too late.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
remember?
you're not getting any younger.
Remember?
No,
there we
no,
go.
I got it.
Grandma.
Yeah, notice this place is politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas, one nation under God. We salute our flag and we give thanks to our troops. If this offends you, please leave or
Get the fuck out.
get the fuck out.
I did not know that was on there. I apologize for our younger audiences out there. Grandma, let's start with our disclaimers. Let's get some of this stuff going. Because
Got me up?
I
What,
did that think
Yeah, it's going to play again.
Oh, all right.
think
Well, if I go to push the button and then Tim's on it.
That's because we
All
couldn't
right,
get
there
it
we
up
go.
last
So
week.
We're good to go. Let's see here. I feel like my microphone's shut off, or I just turned myself down too much in my headset. That's good.
You talk too much on the podcast.
I do. You know, as the host, I do that a lot. I talk too much, and people are
How dare you do that on your podcast?
On your own show.
highly offended by that.
Hey, you need to let Larry have more talking space.
I
Larry
should.
doesn't talk enough.
He doesn't.
He's like me. If
And
if he's with people that don't say anything, he just talks
He
and
just
talks
goes.
and talks. You know what I mean?
Even then. All right, and Patrick, I'm gonna start you off. If it'll work, why did that not work? Oh, is it there? Why? Why are my buttons not working?
Is it the challenge one?
Yeah, but it's
I know.
did
I
it
would-
not? Oh,
Broken.
about that.
there
How
it
about I
is.
push that button?
The right button. Okay, yes.
It's one of those nights. I'm so excited about the news. I can't figure out how to use my own stuff.
It's not like I don't have this stuck in my brain and I
Mm.
couldn't do it from rote memory, but at any rate, I would challenge you to a battle of wits. But I can clearly see that you are unarmed. No arms.
No arms. You're no arm guys up there.
No arm guy up here.
Let's see. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Dan your other favorite one. Read that one for us, Big Dan.
To argue the person who has renounced the use of reason is like administering medicine to the dead. Thomas Paine.
Very
Common
nice.
sense.
Dead.
It's kind of like when you talk to a liberal.
It is pretty
Yes.
much. And Mr. Bester.
It is easier to fool the people than to convince them that they've been fooled. Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. Mark II. Larry, new one for you.
Ooh. Let me see.
You better slow down because you might, you haven't read this one before.
Well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms
Yeah.
shall not be infringed.
Good job, buddy.
That's the Second Amendment. It was issued on December 15th, 1791, and expires
Never.
never.
When you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
That's the first time I
Nah.
read that one.
I always
No,
like to, I always
you did
like
it
to
very
say
well.
instead from their cold dead hands.
They're cold, dead hands.
You know,
Exactly.
I just
What does my shirt say?
Second Amendment, come and take it.
Oh,
I just got
From
to
a-
appreciate
what a
our-
coincidence.
From what I heard, that Trump.
We'll get to you in a second.
Larry, like I said, Larry doesn't have enough talking space in this show, so he has to make room.
From what I understand, Trump's trying to get it set up so that the carry, open carry or concealed carry, is legal in all 50 states, and so you have reciprocity.
Yeah.
If I have a concealed carry card here, I can take it to Florida.
Well,
Okay.
you can do that now with Florida because they recognize it, but Illinois, you can't. Don't drive in Illinois with a Michigan permit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the trip down.
That's why I
if you
love
drive
Dan,
it.
because he's got that
I
info right
I
there.
avoid Illinois anyway.
Well, it's a good state to avoid. Illinois, New York, and California. I always say there's two states that I don't want to do business in. That's California and New Jersey, which is close enough to New York, and both of them are tough states to work in. But Illinois is right behind, and New York, well,
Yeah. Well, and it's funny with New York too, because New York seems to be, there's so much rural in New York versus New Jersey seems to be so much smaller
Yeah.
that the majority of it is urban, you know, whereas New York, it's really Manhattan, it's Long Island, it's some of that stuff. When you get into the rest of the state, it's huge.
Over
Red.
half,
Yeah.
over half the states in the 5 boroughs.
Yeah, yeah, but you've got so much. It's like California. When you break it down by county, every state in this country is red. You know, but you got these conglomerates. You know, these blue cities, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Trump made a good announcement today. Or made an announcement about a really bad situation we're going to dive into. But let me finish these up and we'll move on.
But you got blue cities with double the population as far as votes are concerned because they got a bunch of fictitious people on the voter rolls which they don't want to clean up.
Yeah, they don't want to clean
And
it up.
it's coming out, but
Yeah.
they still don't want to clean it up.
A long habit of not thinking a thing wrong gives it a superficial appearance of being right and raises at first a formidable outcry in defense of custom. But the tumult soon subsides. Time makes more converts than reason. Thomas Paine, Common Sense, 1776. And all together now, gentlemen.
Never apologize and
never explain it's a sign of weakness.
Weak.
And I think that people out here would do well, if you're watching, to understand that apologies do nothing with these monsters.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
There's a Christian band called Deliverance that I listen to. I don't know where they got this quote, but at the beginning of one of my favorite songs, the song's called "Slay the Wicked," and I used to have my buddies. This was late '80s, early '90s. We'd walk by each other, and the chorus is this high pitched "Slay the Wicked," you know, that '80s metal. And so whenever I think of it, there's a quote at the beginning of it, and I don't know if it's originally from there because I've tried to find it, but it's like, "I abhor this abominable practice. I abhor their abominable practices. Therefore, I will spare nothing from this wood." And you hear this crack of like either a hatchet or a sword hitting a bunch of wood, and he goes, "Nothing." You hear this deep breath where he does, nothing. And I'm like, every time I hear that, it's like, do nothing for these monsters. Nothing.
I just wanted to say, right before Larry interrupts me again,
Larry?
that Senator Tim Kaine, a couple days ago, he made a very interesting point in regards to our rights.
Yes.
Rights aren't actually natural granted by the Creator, actually granted by the government.
Oh,
So,
he clarified it for us.
Yeah, I'm just so, God bless
Sorry,
you.
a little sneeze.
I'm just so grateful that our beloved, trustworthy federal government has allowed us to have certain rights to speech and bear arms, and
Allowing you, I mean...
unless you criticize a certain little country or you question some
You're not
results.
allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. Yeah. No, I get it, Teddy. I mean, you screw up all the time just saying, that certain countries have more rights than us.
Or if you question some shenanigans going on in certain corrupt counties and localities during a unspecified counting event.
You're being awfully vague, Teddy. I think you're alluding to some things. Dan, how do you feel about Senator Tim Kaine?
Senator Tim Kaine.
Tim Kaine, does he need to be beaten with a cane, maybe, perhaps, to let him know that...
Minimum needs to be fired.
Maybe
He
Andrew
does.
Jackson can come out of the grave and do that to him.
Could be, When do we reinstitute dueling?
Yeah, there you go. I like
He
that.
understands the Constitution about as much as he understands being Catholic. He's
Okay.
not Catholic.
Yeah,
He says he is, but he's not.
No.
A lot of people say they're Catholic and they're not. I noticed that a lot of people say they're Christians and they're not.
That's true.
They're
Very
baby
true.
You can
killers,
tell
they're
them
not.
by the fruits that they bear. But
Isn't Nasty Pelosi and Chuck, I can't remember how you say Chuck. Is it Chuck?
Schumer?
Chuck Schumer. Aren't they both professing Catholics?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
Schumer's not. He's Jewish.
Oh, Schumer. Yes.
He's the
I'll
only.
let my Jewish friends determine if he's real or not. It's not for me to say.
Allegedly.
But in Pelosi's case, she may at one time been Catholic up until the point she started supporting killing babies.
But there's always that. I mean,
That's
is killing babies bad? I mean,
I think it was Charlie Kirk that said that
Half our
you
government.
cannot profess that you are a Christian and vote Democrat.
That's Larry's position.
Yeah.
Larry, what are you doing over there, buddy?
I would be.
You
Looking up
updating everybody
something.
now that the show's going? These ones are so dirty I can't see it. All right, so there's disclaimers are out of the way. We had a good dinner for those that ate here. Where were you two at that you came in late? Let's explore that dynamic.
Down the road, working on the road between home and Brighton and Lansing today, and then end up stop by a friend's place who hosted. I haven't endorsed anyone for governor yet, but Mike Cox is in town. I know him. Well,
Okay.
Several people that are running.
Okay.
And caught up with Mike, and he's one of the people I'm considering to vote for. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Keeping it tight to the vest.
No, I'm literally undecided actually for governor.
Just don't know.
I really don't know. There's a couple people I'm unlikely to support, but
Right.
You know, I'm thinking that all the candidates so far that I've seen are pretty much useless, so I'm probably going to write in Larry.
I appreciate that. Wouldn't be the first time.
I'll be voting for the nominee against Mike Duggan and the McNamara machine. I say this as a McNamara.
Yeah.
And I'll be anybody but Jocelyn Benson, the worst Secretary of State in my lifetime, if not the history of this state.
How about Dana
And the
Nessel?
most corrupt piece of trash there is. And as for Nessel, she should, at least her legal career, should be taken. See Yellowstone here.
Yeah.
Needs to be taken to the train station.
Ooh, Dan's firing some shots at you.
Yes, I would say Dana
Disbar.
Nessel. Yes.
Yeah.
Should be disbarred for life.
Agree 100%.
Speaking of disbarment,
Especially with that decision was just handed down about the 15 Republicans.
That's
we're going to get into that deep, and I want to dive into that. But I do want to say this before we come back to it. The young lady that was stabbed to death there in, is that North Raleigh?
Charlotte.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Purple State,
you know that the-
Blue City.
Yeah, did you know that the judge that was told by the assailant, by the murderer, that she would let it, she said, well, if you promise not to commit any more crimes, I'll let you go. This is after only 14 other convictions.
I actually don't know the background of this
Yeah,
guy. What was his history?
Yeah, he has 14 other felony convictions.
That felony
Or
could
not
be,
felony, whatever.
Felony could be anything from
Correct. He's been a violent perpetrator for a long time.
old books, old stuff on the books.
She's
blue
a
laws, to
dyed-in-the-wool
real-
Democrat. She had
Real
him signed up in her program that she gets the kickbacks from to do the rehabilitation. And there is a huge Lansing connection to where she was running some organization here and got ran out of the state for malfeasance and some other stuff. On top of that, she's a judge who's never been a lawyer and doesn't have a degree in law.
How can
Exactly.
you be a judge and not be an attorney?
She's not. It's all over the news. We'll bring it up.
What's North Carolina standards?
Dude, pretty low. Pretty low. All right, so we're going to dive into some of that. Here's my quote for tonight. This is from John Adams, and I thought about this because we're facing lawlessness throughout our country, and I keep leaving it on. I left that whole time talking on you guys while I talked. Teddy, Larry's over there punching his buttons, not paying attention. Help me
Sorry,
out.
but these guys are interesting. Larry's in his own world.
They are interesting.
But Larry's always in his own world.
Larry's
so
world, and we're just living in it.
That's right.
That is so true.
That's going to be a meme.
I
I am
resemble
Larry
that.
Parsons, and this
Is your world, yes.
That's a meme.
I'm trying to change the camera. Look at what I did. I tried to change the camera. There.
For those of you that wondering what I am doing, I
What are you doing?
am sharing multiple links for the show in different groups. And
We have to-
texting.
We have to
Bunches
ask the
of
question like pirates. What are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
All right, so John Adams, in view of all the lawlessness we have in some states, what is it, up to $900 or at least $500 in California that you can steal without that they can't do
I
anything
heard
to
it
you?
was $9.99 or
Yes,
something like that.
$999, under $1,000.
Yeah, under $1,000 you can come in and steal it. So now they've locked up everything behind. You've got to literally pay before you get your products. A lot of places, or they're closing them and leaving. They're leaving in droves.
Yeah.
The CVS's, the Walgreens, the Targets, some of the other places.
I'll never forget when I was in D.C., which is about as whacked out as California.
Yeah.
In the CVS there, half the stuff is all behind glass. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, when I was there, like, holy smokes,
What the hell?
that's just strange.
It is. It is.
I remember reading a story and seeing a video of a jewelry store in San Francisco that these guys did a smash and grab on. When what they didn't know was that the family that owned the store, a Japanese family, were all very well versed in martial arts, and
And they kick it ass.
they proceeded to kick ass.
Oh.
And then the prosecuting attorney went after them for kicking ass in their own store, defending their own products.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's who was the Subway guy the most recent
Thinking
one?
Barry Getz, but that's
That's a long time ago. No, the most recent one was the
Daniel Penny, is that
yes,
the guy's name?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he ended up subduing the guy, and the guy dies, and now he's the bad guy. This is another one that has multiple felonies on his record, and he's out on the street, has mental derangement, and he's out there provoking people.
The most important election every year that's up is prosecuting attorney or attorney general.
Yeah.
I'd argue Secretary of State as well, but those are as important, if not more so, than the governor.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
And most of them throughout our country, unfortunately, right now, as it stands, are Soros-backed. Most of our major DAs are Soros-backed, Soros-funded DAs that want crime on the street because then it's another opportunity to seize power and take away rights and institute, just short of calling it martial law, but a type of, when our governor can shut down the paint department of my Home Depot and the garden department, she's got too much power. That should have been, and people did
We're
stand
lucky
on the lawn and revolt.
to an extent here in Livingston County that we had good prosecutors on that issue back in 2020.
Yeah.
In 2021.
Yep.
I mean, Valancourt, I know some people didn't like him, but one of the things they did well is he didn't get involved on this COVID prosecutions. Dave Ritter, he didn't get involved
100%.
in that. And Carolyn Henry is our current prosecutor,
We like Carolyn.
and she hasn't. She was Dave's chief prosecutor, so she didn't toss people in jail for that stuff.
Right. And I know.
And that sounds like well, they shouldn't do that. You can't take that for granted.
Right. And I know a few police officers throughout the county that I've talked to personally, and they're like, every time they got a call for somebody not wearing a mask or not enforcing stuff in their business or whatever, they'd go over and go, hey, we got a call on it. So yeah, just whatever.
Sorry to do this.
Some of them
to you.
they just wrote it in their book and never even went.
I feel bad for the cops forced on a call because he come up to me for not wearing a mask. I'll be honest, I'm gonna have a pretty hostile attitude about it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Because
And
it was
you create
bullshit.
the confrontation, and that starts the problem.
Yeah. So dealing with the amount of lawlessness here in this country currently and everything going on, the John Adams quote that I pulled up today, the moment the idea is admitted into society that property is not as sacred as the laws of God, and that there is not a force of law and public justice to protect it, anarchy and tyranny commence. I thought that was I've never read that one from Adams, but that's a powerful statement to say that if a society drops the idea of property being as sacred as the laws of God, and you think about it from this standpoint, the property of those Asian Americans, that's sacrosanct. I don't part with this unless you bring a mode of exchange. You want to exchange money with me, whatever, that's our current thing. But if you want to bring some gold and barter with me, you want to bring some Bitcoin, some people, places accept Bitcoin. Either way, I don't part with my property to make it your property until there is a medium of mutual exchange agreed upon. That's could be just simple as a price sticker, and you slap your fiat currency on the counter.
It's not just property. I mean, you think of it, property. If you have property, it's also oftentimes your home, your way of life with your business,
Right.
and it's how you feed your family.
100%.
And because people say, "Oh, it's just property." It's not just property.
Right.
All those things are included. You come into our homes with bad intentions, you're going to be dog food.
Well, look at the dynamic of this little girl that was killed, right? And then look at our founding fathers and what they put in our Declaration of Independence. Among them, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They actually, the founding fathers, many of them, the first draft was life, liberty, and property.
Was that the document where it says that rights come from government? That Tim, what was his name?
Did he quote? Did he quote where it came from, there, Teddy?
Can I quote where it came
No,
from?
did he quote where he got that from?
No, he just said that.
Oh, he just said it?
Yeah, he just said that. That's his own belief. It's like,
I like the
rights aren't natural. Rights come from government.
Bullshit.
I like the video of it shows this sheriff's deputy in Canada and the sheriff's deputy from, I think, was it a county in Florida, Maricopa County, whatever it is. And,
I can't think of it. I heard her speech to the sheriff.
yeah, and the one in Canada was, we suggest that if to leave the keys to your cars right by your front door, and don't try to
just comply.
Engage with an assailant at all. The only thing they want is to steal your car. Give them your car, and then it goes over to the guy in Florida who says, if you're planning on coming into my county and our towns and under bad pretenses and to rape, pillage, and burn, I'm going to tell you right now that our citizens have guns. They know how to use guns. I encourage them to use guns, and if you try to break into their house, they're going to blow you back out. So.
Yeah, and there was another one I remember saying that if you attack a cop, if you spit on a cop, if you kill a cop, we are going to kill you graveyard dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And wasn't that one of the things DeSantis did down there in Florida, was strengthen the basically the castle doctrine type dynamics? You want to elaborate on that, Dan, a little bit?
I don't know the recent modifications, if any, to it, but in a state with castle doctrine, which Florida has had for a long time,
right?
There is no.
Did they become a constitution? Did they become a constitutional carry state?
Yes.
So there are no restrictions.
Castle doctrine and constitutional carry, two different things.
Correct. What I'm saying is they became a constitutional, like Texas. They have a constitutional carry. So you still have to do a background check to purchase?
Well, federally you do.
Federally, but there's no other restriction, concealed carry, open carry. That would be a straight constitutional carry.
I don't know if there's criminal empowerment zones down there, so I can't speak to that.
Yes.
Seems like it'd be pretty difficult.
A criminal empowerment zone would also be what I call a human target area.
Oh, human target area. You mean like most of our schools
zones?
Throughout where they target it and have
human target areas.
What was it? The last 22 school shootings were trannies?
Last 9, or is it 10 now?
I thought it was like the last 19,
9, 10. I don't know.
Somebody sent me the whole collage.
Yeah.
Nothing to see there though.
I've seen
it's
the
not a mental health issue.
on that. Don't know all the aspects on that, but then I noticed with a lot of these school shootings, they all have crazy eyes.
100%. Like the Aurora shooter, he was the most crazy-eyed one.
But
and he was straight, apparently. Not straight
There's
mentally.
crazy straight people too, but it's, a lot of it, I see the crazy eyes. I'm sure a lot of drugs involved.
Every single one of them was on SSRI or some other equivalent.
No, Prozac, I've heard that propped up back from the blast from the past.
And you know how many of them got visited by the one of the most famous doctors involved in MK Ultra type dynamics, almost all of them had some tie. The most recent shooting there in Minnesota, dad worked for the CIA. Nothing to see there.
I think David Hogg's dad over is FBI.
You know what? Poor little David. He got booted from his own party for trying to siphon money into his pet projects.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The anti-gun Nazi?
Yes, that guy.
he's a white male, so they aren't
Right.
popular with.
Yeah, but he's stunning and brave. And you remember when he did his cute little fist in the air after
He
hit that
is stunning and
powerful-
brave. You are correct, sir.
Get that fist
Stunning.
in the air. He's so stunning and so
Stunning
brave.
and so brave.
Well, I did get a laugh out of that with the arm that's smaller than my wrist going up like that.
Yeah, he did
You're
the
not
Nazi
so
salute long
tri-
before
yeah.
Elon. He
Yeah,
was
you don't
even in
try
a
to be a
setting.
tough guy.
He was even in a setting that looked like a Nazi rally. Little David Hogg there.
Here it is.
Would you send it to me?
I'm going to see if I can see. Yes.
Send it to me. Send it to me before you play too much of it.
It's coming to you.
Somebody sent me one. There it is. Okay. All right, we'll play it. It's your turn. And of course, it's not unmuted, you stupid YouTube.
Florida when it comes to violent protesters. Here's what this no BS sheriff told the protesters.
You spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Beautiful dog.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
They don't play around in Florida when it comes to violent protesters. Here's what this no BS sheriff
playing
told the
again.
protesters.
You spit on us,
Let me
you're
get
going
back
to
to
the
my seat.
hospital and in jail.
Larry said that.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital
county is
and
that?
jail.
It's not
And
that.
what
most
county
likely
is
get
that?
bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Stop! Good
I
God.
wanted to hear the graveyard dead thing.
Oh, you want to hear the graveyard dead?
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
They don't
Kill you graveyard dead.
And that is the kind of sheriff that you need
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
in
That's
your
him.
community.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, because it's all about protecting the people that you serve.
Yep.
Something that Democrats don't understand.
No, they don't understand.
They
it
don't
at all.
protect the people that they serve.
No, they protect the criminals.
They protect the criminals. Exactly right.
Like I just
They-
told you about that family in
And
you
the
know, San
government
Francisco.
officials they protect.
You know, they took care of those guys that came into their store to destroy the place, and they're the ones that ended up, you know, in the crosshairs of the law.
Yeah, and some idiot had a GoFundMe for the murderer that stabbed that beautiful little girl to death.
Well, that's what they're doing right now.
It's like, at what point do these Democrats wake up? You know, that they are detrimental to themselves and everyone around them.
Yeah.
This young lady was murdered.
Yeah.
We have the video.
In cold blood.
Unedited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got it here. I want to play it, but at the same time,
I think we should.
yeah.
And you know, it's something people need to see, and especially Democrats need to see it.
Well, they need to be faced with it because this is actually
Because this is what their
3
policies
weeks.
caused.
It's this is like 3 weeks old. This actual incident, and we're just finding out about it now.
What is 3 weeks old?
The murder.
It just happened yesterday, I thought.
No, it's just coming to light.
What?
She was murdered in August, like the second week of August. It's been suppressed all this time.
I heard about a couple
Here,
days
here,
ago.
here. I'm gonna pull this up. Let me see where George Floyd. Okay, here's one from Elon Musk. All right, look at this one. 75,000 AP articles on George Floyd. 0 AP articles on Irina Zukharova. I can't
She's
say.
Ukrainian. So
Yes.
it's gonna-
And there it is. No results. This is Elon on X. So here's this guy right here. And this is what Elon put up. Between now and then, name and shame the DAs and the judges who enabled murder, rape, and robbery, but especially shame those who funded the campaigns of the DAs and judges. That will make the biggest difference. And so he said, this is Elon reposting, says, so let me get this straight. A bartender can go to prison for serving drinks to a drunk person if they drive and murder someone. But this guy, and these are all his mugshots lined up. Mugshot, 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 mugshot. How many mugshots we got there? Is that like 14 mugshots there?
Did they show the crimes under it? Because
let's click on it, see what we get, Daniel. No, they just say his name. Or no, do they?
Yeah, it's hard to read with the blue lettering there.
I think it just says, is it Mecklenburg County?
Yeah, it's just showing the county.
okay. Let me see if I can find something.
Yeah, but this, and I would like to see if you have any line on the.
Duncan. What's the guy's
Well, one of the charges, he did 5 years for armed robbery, five or 6 years. Got out in 20.
The Carlos Brown.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Yeah, find out what he's got.
Past.
That's her. It's beautiful young lady.
Past
And,
convictions.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't mean she's a refugee from Ukraine. She had a ton of Black Lives Matters things in her.
Legal.
Oh, 100% legal refugee.
Legal.
But she
refugee.
came here and she was kind of indoctrinated, which a few people are not in any way ascribing her any responsibility. But she didn't have the wherewithal to feel defensive. I, in Livingston County, walk into restaurants and survey the place and look for a spot and think about which side of the table I'm going to sit on.
Oh, yeah.
Not out of fear, just out of situational awareness. She walks onto a subway with a whole bunch of other... Dude, I don't think any subway in this country you should let your guard down.
Well,
right?
CNN, not exactly the most moderate news source out there.
Right.
Brown has a lengthy criminal history, including convictions.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't charges, this is convictions.
Mm-hmm.
For armed robbery, felony larceny, and breaking and entering.
Is it only federal that it's 3 strikes and you're out?
It depends on states.
This guy's got 14 convictions.
Well, Mecklenburg is not exactly...
a bastion of...
It's
Just tell the truth, Dan. We're all guys here.
It's a leftist haven. It didn't used to be, but...
That's what they do. They move into these places and they destroy it. They destroy it. So we want to get into a little bit more of that. We do want to play. Do you want to play that now before we go in? I really want to deal with the
everybody
electors as well.
If there's children watching, you do not need let them see this. I think it's important that everybody sees this, especially.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Democrats watching the show right now.
Yeah.
I'd also like to read the judge's name.
policies
I'd like to
allowed.
put her name
Oh,
on
yes.
it. It's in that article.
And if Dan, if you want to take a little quick, the judge's name.
It's on the article that I sent.
It's on the article.
Yep.
On this one that you sent me.
Yeah.
This one.
Yep.
Okay, that's the federal charges being filed by Pam Bondi. We want to dive into that. Let me pull up this one and see. Is this a video too, or is this just a post?
Well, I think the video's on there as well.
Oh, the video's in there as well.
Yep.
Teresa Stokes.
Yep.
I want to. Can we look that up, Dan? Or any one of you, but Dan having the legal angle on this. Teresa Stokes, as far as I know, from what I heard today, she is not. She never practiced law and before she became a judge. I think she became like a magistrate and then worked her way up in it. But there's a history here in Michigan.
Yeah.
She's got a long train of being a piece of shit.
Well, the Michigan Supreme Court has several justices that were never
Lawyers?
No.
Never
No,
lawyers.
Michigan,
never
you can't be.
Never judges.
Never never judges.
They were never judges. Brian Zara was a judge, and I think one other was a judge, and everybody else was just lawyers.
Right.
And therefore we have one good judge on the Michigan Supreme Court.
Yeah.
The rest are a bunch of dancing buffoons.
All right, so let's...
Stokes, the magistrate judge for the Charlotte District, the Mecklenburg County Court, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking at a couple things here. Okay, she's responsible for bail decisions.
Does it say anything about her credentials or her license or anything like that?
I'm looking to see if there's anything there. Nothing there.
Nothing there?
There's a few North Carolina Republicans. They're looking to file proceedings to remove her.
Yeah.
And that's after the fact.
Which is ridiculous.
Let me see if there's... Okay.
Find it, Dano?
It says that unlike elected judges, magistrates are appointed may not be required to have a law degree. So that might be okay. She does have a law degree. I don't know if she's passed the bar. I'm going to assume she has until proven otherwise.
Okay.
But I know she has ties to Cooley. And Cooley's interesting. It's a law school because you have some top shelf attorneys that come out of there.
Okay. All right.
That's right here, isn't that correct?
Yeah, Cooley in Lansing.
Yes.
So she does have a
a
degree.
ton of students there. It's hard to. It's one of those. It's easy to get into. So Cooley gets a lot of grief for that, but it is hard to graduate from there.
Okay. So does she have a law degree then? Is that what we're saying?
I'm looking here.
That's why I wanted to double check it.
Okay. I'm trying to find. It's not.
Counting on you, Dan. I put you on the spot.
I'm trying to find. That's a shitty article.
Tell us how you really feel, Dan.
I'm trying to find something that's not.
I think this is a classic episode of what happens when our courts and law have been taken over and abused by the human rights industrial complex.
Okay, according to Twitter, take it for what it's worth, it says Stokes is not a licensed attorney.
Yes.
So probably didn't pass the bar.
That's what usually that is. Or doesn't, some says does not have a law degree.
Very interesting.
I can't prove that. I'm just, because this is stuff I'm seeing online. And I see
Everything on the
something else
internet is
that
true,
says
Dan.
does
Come on.
it- yeah,
It's
and I
true.
see someone that says does have a law degree or claiming it. So
As I was saying,
I'm seeing conflicting information.
Go,
when
Teddy.
you have the human rights industrial, super hippy dippy liberal Soros stuff, right? You have, like in Europe,
Yeah.
they have you know how the UK left the European Union? They're still beholden by the European Court of Human Rights.
Mm-hmm.
And repeatedly, that court, along with in Britain and a lot of other European countries, have prevented deportations of violent migrants and people that shouldn't belong there in general.
Right.
So, and now we have this where, you commit 12 felonies, including violent felonies, yada,
Yeah,
yada.
right.
I'm still going to give you a chance if you pinky promise that you won't do it again.
Yeah. Just don't do it again.
14
do it
times?
again.
14 times.
14
14
times. But
times?
this time he'll be changed. This time he'll be changed.
Well, this has hit the internet and it's gone viral. It has
Huge.
to be.
Yeah.
He'll be lynched on a tree in somebody's backyard otherwise.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, a number of the podcasts that I've listened to, pay attention to the screen, Larry. I need you to switch the screens. Quit playing with that remote. That has nothing to do with you.
I'm looking for something that's. See if I can light up some colors.
I was trying to adjust the lights over there to get us a little more lights. Nothing's helping on our side, Patrick. We're just bleached out, or we're just dim.
We got this monster TV that the new addition to the podcast.
I think the TV's affecting the camera, and it's like the camera's like adjusting. It's on the auto level, and I keep changing it. And it's not doing anything. Anyways, I did not know that. So,
well,
I think these. There you go, Larry. That's what I'm talking about. Do your freaking job. But there's, looking at this whole situation, and I was listening to a bunch of podcasts, and they're like, "This is our George. This is the conservatives, the Republicans' George Floyd moment. If we don't beat the drums and rally and get in the streets like they did for George Floyd over this young lady being murdered." There's no cause. There is no justification for any of it. We'll play the video because this dude just waited for the opportunity. He's already sitting there. She sits down in front of him. He contemplates, is this the white woman I want to kill? And they're trying to spin it on CNN. Old Pumpkinhead there, Stelter got on there, and he's like, we can't label this as, they're trying to label this as racist. He literally says on the video, after he kills her, I got that white girl. I got her. I got that white girl. If that's not racist, I don't know what the hell racism is. Yeah. When he says, I got that white girl. Let's play the video here. Larry, hopefully you got it queued up for me properly.
Viewer discretion is
Viewer
advised.
discretion advised. You've been warned. You guys out there? There it is. Okay. So that's a video that's been cut. All right, so we're going to back it up. Or actually, it's going to loop. All right, so there she is, surprised and shocked. She doesn't realize what happened.
Nobody's doing a thing.
No.
He's just sitting there. He pulls out the knife. He's thinking about it. And he ends up stabbing her 3 times, severing her carotid artery. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't realize she's dying.
And the lady next to her gets up and leaves.
They all get up and leave.
They want a situation.
So there's longer videos out there that I'm going to try to find. But there's longer videos out there where she does this where she's holding her face, and then she eventually slumps over rather quickly because he severed her carotid artery. He stabbed her in the neck 3 times. That's cut from this apparent footage. She slumps over onto the seat next to her and then falls to the floor and crumples down. The rest of the people all vacate that area. And then you hear him on the footage. That's why I was playing the footage. It was just static then, of him saying, "I got that white girl. I got that white girl." Why?
I don't,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with the people standing around her? Yeah.
That's because of Daniel Penny. You step up, you try to help, and then you get incarcerated. So people are intimidated, especially. I listened to a comedian the other day.
Mecklenburg County, too. Blue County.
Yeah.
They're afraid of going to jail.
I listened to
Or they're afraid of the bad guy coming back.
Yeah.
You guys listen to the Dry Bar? It pops up in my feed on Facebook. The Dry Bar comedians. You ever listen to that? So there's a whole thing by Angel Studios put up. Look, it's right there. It's right there on my Dry Bar is right there. For you guys on the wall feed. That's the Dry Bar, and they play. Sorry, Larry, I pushed the buttons as you did.
Oh.
Where are we at? We're stuck in between it.
Yeah.
Does your wife check your search history?
That's kind of neat. You're like,
no, I don't like it, Larry.
all
right, there's a wall. So that's Dry Bar. If I undid it, we probably get a copyright strike or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so Angel Studios puts out this thing as Dry Bar. It's these guys who are big comedians, but they don't cuss on there. They do everything else. It's off. There's not raunchy, but they just the main thing is they don't cuss. I go, oh great, good job. You don't use 4 words to make people laugh.
Which 4 words?
Fuck, shit, damn, and hell, maybe.
Don't swear on the show.
You already have the F-bomb by you.
I'm more offended by the use of the word cunt than anything else. Even though there are a lot of people out there that are cunts and can't understand normal thought. Anyway, so Dry Bar. It popped up in my feed, and I'm listening to it, and it was this black comedian, and he said, and he was going down this total logic road, and he's like, listen, man, he's like, if I end up in a place where there's 120 black people, I'm afraid too. I don't blame you white people. I'm scared too. He's like, I'm going to get on a plane, and it's all black people. And I'm like, what's going on? What's up with this? He's like, we're afraid in our own community, so I understand when you're afraid. He said, I get it, man. And he was being truthful, and it was funny. He put it in there, but it was this thing. It's like the vast majority of any ethnicity are good.
I used to.
But there's this element specific within different communities, and right now the black community has a scourge of this small percentage of highly active criminals that the justice system is not dealing with, that they're not taking care of.
You know, so these protests, I saw the D.C. protest, saw the Chicago one, that was the footage of that, and I'm looking at like, that's not D.C., that's not Chicago. It's not real D.C. or real Chicago.
Right.
Too many pale faces.
Too many pale faces.
They're the ones protesting.
What'd you lose?
There's just a little mouse running.
Oh, shoot.
There's a cat when you need one.
Mic him up.
I know. No, there's everything's coming in now. Dude, they'll come in anywhere they possibly can fit in. All the little critters are coming in because it's getting cold outside.
Yeah.
Got to set out some
You're going to die. Yeah. Anyway, so it's dude, it's crazy right now. We've got to take back. I don't agree with Trump going into the other cities. I agree with him going into D.C. 100%. That is the District of Columbia. It is a part of the federal government. But I do agree with him 100% threatening to go into these cities because it's pushing these mayors and governors to actually get motivated and act, because the last thing they want is big old Donald Trump walking in there with, you know, the big dick swinging and straightening their city out in gays that they've been dealing with for decades. Dan, thoughts?
I'm divided thoughts on that. I don't like federalization coming into cities.
100% agree.
Because that's nothing against Trump on it. If Trump does it, who's the next person going to be?
Correct.
I mean, I've seen what happened when the feds get involved under the Clinton administration. Don't want to see that happen again.
Correct.
Now, that said, the cities, the states, they all need to do their jobs.
100%.
Yeah, and if Trump, I say congratulations, Trump. Push harder. Make them think you're going to bring those troops in there, and maybe these cowards will do their jobs. Maybe.
Well, I think
maybe not.
I think the big effect that's happening, Larry, to your point, is that by Trump's bringing light to it and really focusing on it,
it's embarrassing them.
It's embarrassing them, and the people feel emboldened and empowered to then say something or go and protest and everything like that. And it's going beyond. Remember when we played videos back when the election, just before the election, of the amount of black people that were showing up at these city council meetings and berating and ripping on their elected officials for not doing their job, for not keeping them safe, and specifically for allowing a whole bunch of illegals to come in and take over their schools and their community centers and all sorts. They're housing illegals in their community centers to where their kids can't go and hang out there, play basketball, do whatever, because it's all full of illegals, and they got hostile.
Well, see,
that doesn't need to stop. It needs to be magnified.
And that's something else that needs to be stopped in this country. And one of the things I like about Donald Trump, you see, these Democrats, right? These Biden flooding the country with illegals and sending them to all the Democrat areas. Right? What's happening, and a lot of people aren't seeing this, right? What's happening is the census comes along.
Yeah.
And you have 30 or 40 or 50 or 100,000 illegals that have settled down in a city. Well, they're counted. And they can pick up a congressional seat.
Yep.
Well, that's why Trump's trying to do away with it. They're trying to get away with
that.
SB US citizens.
Cheating. Yeah. That is cheating.
100%.
And, illegal aliens should not be counted in a census.
California's got so many seats.
Right.
Speaking of that, I was going to get to that in our brain freeze, but I have it here in my notes that Minnesota House overwhelmingly passes new congressional map, slashes
Missouri?
the Democrats down to.
It had to be Missouri.
What did I
Minnesota's
say?
Democrat.
Missouri. That's what I meant. I have a problem saying Missouri because it sounds like misery, but this was a happy one.
Oh man, for a second I thought Tampon Tim was actually Dark MAGA.
No. Anyways, Missouri House overwhelmingly passes a Minnesota congressional map, slashes Democrats down to just one seat. One seat.
Well, you've got you got two states. You got I believe it's
Texas,
Connecticut, and New Mexico.
Yeah.
Right. Both of them. One state was 43% Trump.
Okay.
Well, the other state was 42% Trump. Between these two states, guess how many Republican congressmen there are?
Zero.
Not a single one.
And that's ridiculous.
So this is what gerrymandering has done over the years.
Yeah.
This is why Democrats are screaming, because they got caught with their pants down.
Right.
Republicans are now starting to do what Democrats have done in the past, and they don't like it.
Yeah. Look what they did with Missouri.
Here's the thing,
Kansas City and St. Louis are the only thing left in there.
Is that the old map?
That's the old map.
That's the old map.
Oh, here's the new map.
Yeah, Kansas City got
swallowed up. Yeah. And did
they kept St. Louis.
St. Louis, well, but look at the fine lines of St. Louis. They lost a little bit of they adjusted the lines there. But look at that. Kansas City gets swallowed up into the 5th district there.
Well, can we go down?
The 5th district becomes.
Can I see the?
Which one do you want to see, buddy?
Oh, I just wanted to see where how the Kansas City got so they basically
the
split Kansas
4th, 5th,
City.
and 6th got.
Yeah, so they
basically
changed up the 6th.
They cracked Kansas
and
City.
4th and added a bigger majority to the 5th to allow the 5th to become Republican. Yeah, see, they took out a huge chunk through the middle there, which
Nice.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and they dropped the 2nd. They moved that way down. They allowed the 3rd. Look at why is the 2nd?
They protected the 2nd.
The 2nd is
competitive.
See how that's a finger in the middle? It's an island in the middle of the 3rd. Now it's at the bottom of the 3rd district. And instead of encroaching in, I hate these ones that look like an amoeba going into
some of these maps. And both sides are doing this now. Republicans have to because of how the Democrats did.
Mm-hmm.
But there needs to be, for Congress, I think, national standards.
Yeah.
They have it set up as you don't split counties.
Right.
Unless it's bigger than a district. You don't split the cities.
Yeah, you don't split counties, you don't split cities. You keep them in. And I think, honestly, looking at that map, Dan, wouldn't you think, why didn't they just bring the 5th all the way over to the border, including Kansas City, but bring it all the way over and cut off that little panhandle going up with the 4th? You know what I'm saying?
They had to do that to avoid, because Kansas City's a pretty blue area.
Yeah.
And they had to do it so none of those seats could flip. It's
correct. I understand it, but it still is that little finger going over that's like, dude, just.
Well, maybe they didn't want it, the 5th to be too big.
The problem is that you got to make
population.
You got to make these maps where it can pass through the Voting Rights Act test.
Not as much now with Kansas City. St. Louis would have had that problem.
Yeah. Well, that's why
It's Kansas City.
Yeah.
The
So
district is
and
white
look
majority.
If you look
St.
at the
Louis one is black.
The
majority.
old 5th is it's a micro dot, you know.
Kansas City,
all of
I
a sudden-
think, goes up that way. Yeah, it's funny border. That's probably. I think that's why. That's how that is.
Yeah. Now it's a little sliver in there. It's interesting. Anyway, so that's a big thing, and they're doing it in Texas. They're doing it in a bunch of other places because they got to fix this shit. And I agree with you 100%. Why are we dividing counties and cities? Either they should all be in.
To make it red in this case, like how they ended up. I use the commission did this to us in the Kent County for the 3rd to make it bluer. They put Grand Rapids. They split Kent County. You got Grand Rapids, part of Ottawa, and up in part of Muskegon County. But they want to make sure they put the city of Grand Rapids in its bluest suburbs with Muskegon to make sure that district goes Dem.
Right. So look at this. This is the state map, or the U.S. map. Right now, you look at it by
that's
county.
That's an old one.
That's an old one.
Because Saginaw went red.
Okay.
Muskegon went red.
2024 county map.
Did I see that? That's 2020. So what do we want? 2024, right there.
Yep.
Okay. Let me open this one in another window. Well, everybody's seeing it while I'm scrolling through it, anyways. But all right. So there's where we're at.
That's the old one again.
I clicked on the wrong tab.
There we go.
Okay. So when you look at it like that, the vast majority of this country is absolute conservative Republican, and when you redistrict and get these little blue cities out of complete control, and you actually balance it out, it's even more red.
I hate to be devil's advocate here, but I just want to bring up that a lot of this land area doesn't have that many people. LA County, for example, has over 10 million people. More.
Correct.
So what you got to do is that you have to basically, in a fair system, we have to divvy it out to, cities get a whole bunch, like Chicago. Chicago has a bunch of districts, and then South Illinois has same amount of districts. So the problem is that, everyone, and it's just kind of a pet peeve of mine, where everyone's like, oh, look at the whole country, it's all red, but like I said, not a lot of people live in a lot of these, in the middle of the country. Not a lot of people live there. So
I don't think that's devil's advocate. I agree with you that there's a lot of open spaces because people that are conservative don't gravitate to these inner city conglomerates to get for whatever reasons.
And the other thing that you can't see on there is, I'll use Genesee County as an example there. It used to be a 60% Democrat county. Now it's low 50s. But you have most of that blue is from city of Flint and Mount Morris area. You have a lot of purple area there and
100%.
quite a bit of red area. So even the cities or counties themselves don't always necessarily tell the story.
Well,
Oakland County is split pretty heavily.
Correct.
As well. The northern Oakland, pretty Republican. Western Oakland, fairly Republican, not like it used to be.
And if
then
you look at Arizona for example, all right? That's whatever county that is in Arizona, that big blue county right there.
That's a rural county. I think it's Flagstaff one.
Yeah. And the reason it's blue is because they've included one of the Democrat cities in it and override all of the other conservatives in that whole huge area. So I agree with you, Teddy. It's jacked up. That's why we got to redistrict according to actual demographics. Why is half of Livingston County part of half of Washtenaw?
It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be. And we keep losing the 48th because of it every single time. You were huge down there.
I used to live there.
Yeah. Yeah. So explain to us a little bit more from your background, Dan. You've been the 7th district chair. You've been involved in being a Livingston County Republican chair. You've been involved in a lot of political stuff. You work with a lot of campaigns to help them run their campaigns as far as you help balance books and help them run their PACs. Campaign finance. So explain to us a little bit of what is really behind the gerrymandering idea. I understand the history, but for the audience out there, would you explain it a little bit? And then, like you said, we're balancing out between the Democrats fucked around with it on purpose to get the best advantage to maintain seats. Now the Republicans are trying to reset it, but they're still doing political strategic advantage dynamics, which we kind of go along with, like Trump, issuing a whole bunch of executive orders. We're like, yeah, we're not cool on the president doing executive orders, but in this case, he's doing right. It needs to go through the legislature to get these things really. He needs to be the executive that's executing the orders, but until he can get Congress,
Trump's doing more bully pulpit on 100%,
100%. So explain to us a little bit about what gerrymandering really looks like for the audience out there.
You have 20 different definitions of gerrymandering.
Mm-hmm.
My definition is, I know it when I see it. It's my old state rep district. It's shaped like a middle finger. It shouldn't. It splits 3 counties.
Yeah.
And they put Ann Arbor, they split four different ways.
Right.
And they bring it up to Livingston County, take Hamburg and Genoa. Genoa Township's mostly Brighton or Howell. It can go with either. Usually it's
that's still a 48th,
Brighton.
right?
That's the 48th. It doesn't go with Ann Arbor. You have Waterloo and Jackson County that's part of that district. Waterloo shouldn't go with Ann Arbor.
Right.
Ann Arbor should have their rep. Livingston counties should have their reps. Jackson County should have their reps.
Is there a map of like state house districts?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up. Do we want it as 2024?
Even on congressional map, the 3rd district was their gerrymander job.
What was it?
And that was
the
a
3rd?
commission that did it, so it's a little bit different with the commission, but I just want to show what it is.
What do we want? The 2024?
Let's go 3rd congressional. Let's go Michigan congressional district map. I'm more familiar with this state here.
Michigan House District map.
Yes.
All right, which one do you want, Dano?
Start with the congressional one.
You want this one? You want this one?
Yeah, let's start with that one.
That work?
I don't know if I can read it well from here. I can.
It doesn't look like it's the right one. What is this? Oh, this is 2024?
Yeah, that's the current.
All right, let me
map.
open it in another tab, and I'll pull it on the screen for everybody else to see. All right, there we go. Okay, so what do you want to see?
So if you look at the big one on the right there with the 3rd.
Okay.
Look at all the different splits within the counties in particular.
So you're talking right here in Ottawa, Muskegon.
You have Ottawa split in half,
Yeah.
which hasn't been done in the past. The Kent County split and Muskegon split. So you have
Yeah.
Kent County, not Kent County, the 3rd splits.
Shouldn't it, like the 3rd should just be
3
Muskegon
different
and
counties.
Ottawa, right?
Now Kent County in itself is close, not quite the size of a district population-wise.
Okay.
And that would have been a swing district. Let's say Kent County on its own would have been a swing district. And then you have to give it a couple other areas with that. But all those areas that cut out of Kent County in that district are red.
Yeah.
And the area of Muskegon they cut out is red.
Okay.
The blue parts of Muskegon are the ones that stay.
Mm.
Ottawa got carved up. You had just enough red in Ottawa to dilute it to a degree, that close but no cigar, but they made sure.
So it would have been.
You make sure they had Grand Haven, which is deep blue,
Right.
in there.
So it would have been much more balanced as a congressional district if they included the whole county,
There's no reason not to.
other than they want Democrat power.
And the seventh they didn't draw too badly.
Okay.
That's a swing district, one for Slocum and Barrett. That's our district. But why did they take off the 2.5 red areas of Eaton County there?
Right down there at the bottom?
Yeah. Why did they split Milford?
Right.
All right, that
And you don't realize.
It's little things like that, or that little 22 people in Genesee County, which is deep red in Argentine.
Right there in the corner.
That should have gone with the rest of Genesee County.
Yeah. Let me try to get over to that.
It's just little things like
See
that.
See
This
that
is a
very bottom corner of Genesee County? There's a
That's-
little box right there.
Yeah. Now this is a commission, so supposedly nonpartisan.
Bullshit.
And that's the 48th
Yeah.
district state house district, and some of the others showed you
All right.
that.
So this is for what we're looking at is for
It's
the.
a mild Democrat gerrymander overall.
Okay. So this is U.S. House, right?
Yes.
Which most of the UP and the upper part of the Lower Peninsula, that makes sense.
That is, the first
That's
is
simple,
very similar to historic ones in the past. It can only go a certain way.
Right.
Well, you have to have a certain amount of people in each district kind of equal. So you have to have like
That's
500.
why-
You have to have like 500,000 people per district. I think that's how it goes.
Closer to about 780, but
780 now.
What was the original constitutional Was it 30,000?
I don't know. I have to go back and look.
I think it was something like that. And
Feels
just,
like 30,000
because
nowadays.
if we stayed with that original numbers, we'd have like 4,000 reps in the House.
That'd be crazy.
Dude, it'd be like the when you see it on Star Wars, where the whole huge ass chamber.
The Sept chamber.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that'd be cool. Imagine like
I'd love it.
Imagine everyone coming down like floating disc and all that.
I'm looking at a few other things here,
What do you want to see, Dan?
but I'm looking down at the 9th.
Yeah.
Why do you have North Oakland and North Macomb in the same district? We have two large counties like that, all in one, both those northern parts in one district. That could have been drawn better.
Yeah.
And you put Rochester Hills, Rochester.
So
in
you were
10.
chair of the 7th.
Yes.
So you covered Eaton, Clinton, Shiawassee, Ingham, and Livingston County.
And
a little sliver over there.
22 people in Genesee. I should say.
Oh,
all of
22 people.
Yeah, about that. But
That's ridiculous.
Clinton, Shiawassee, Ingham, Livingston, all those, most of Eaton, I'll say, and a wee bit of Oakland.
That is the first notable Irish reference there, Dan. I'm going to have to call you out on it. A wee bit of that area there. Dan says, oh, a wee bit. A wee bit over there.
Yep.
Is that all right, Dano?
Yeah, go ahead on that. Bad accent, but go ahead. I'm fifth generation.
You got to do it better than me.
I can't. I'm fifth generation American.
There's a wee bit over there.
Oh, give me a wee break.
Give me a wee bit there.
Give me a wee break.
Listen, I'm copying an accent of somebody else who copied an accent and put it on a film. It's bad.
Sounds like a bad Scottish accent.
It does. It does. I was trying to reference Braveheart, and I'm like, no, don't do Braveheart. I'm the most wanted man on my island.
That's my island.
It's mine.
They may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom.
That was more Irish than it was Scottish. I don't know, Teddy.
Oh, let me tell you something there, laddie. I put the potato in the car, but the potato was a bomb in the car.
Right?
Potato.
Potato.
You got a potato.
Potato.
All right, so let's look at the other one, Dano. We want to look at the 48th. I want to see that one.
The middle finger.
Is that like State House?
Middle finger, yeah. So that's state houses, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Michigan State House. I got to type in State House. And then we're going to get into the rest of this news. Let's see here.
You got some of the most ridiculous city and county splits you'll ever see on this. Communities of interest.
Thank you, sir.
That was a
Which pick one that you like there, Dano. Any of them looking good?
All right, let's see. 20.
Let's try that one. That looks shitty. How about this one?
What year is that?
2021?
Let's
No, it's
see if
2001. No, was that 2001? Teddy, can you see that number right there? Is that 2001 apportionment plan?
Yeah, that is. Because
Yeah.
Livingston's too clean.
Yeah. All right.
Go to the
there's
Wikipedia
2012.
article for like the 2024 Michigan State House election. You could probably.
That's not the State House. That's how about this one?
Yeah, that's it right there.
There we go.
All right, this looks really bad, but
You have to blow it up anyway because it's
Yeah,
110 districts.
okay. So we'll go to the wall feed and we'll do some analysis.
I hope I can clear up.
I don't think it's gonna, dude. I think it's gonna be shitty. That looks bad.
Sometimes
some
it
bad.
takes a while to load.
No, it's just bad.
Okay.
Like the bit rate.
Go to.
I'm gonna go to another one.
Here's what you can do.
Send it to me on Facebook, Teddy. Since your computer's not hooked up over there.
What you could do is probably Probably take the same time it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'll just link it to you.
With the 48th bad, so's the, I forgot the number. I think it's 49th. Ann Boland's new district.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's smoking a pipe.
Nice. What kind of pipe? Is it a hash pipe?
Look like a tobacco pipe, but I'm sure it could be hash in it too.
All right, what's this?
That is probably, that's a good map actually.
You want to see that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 48th does look like the middle finger.
Yeah.
All right, let's open this one up. This is a zoomed in one. Let's see how this one does.
Town boundaries, but that's okay.
Let's see here. Here we go. All right, let's cut to this one. Dan, explain it to us. So, we're Livingston County. We would be considered the 50th. That's Jason Willihan right here, right?
That's the 50th.
Or Jason Wolford, I'm sorry. Dan Willihan. Jason Wolford.
Yeah, it's Wolford.
But the 48th, look how the middle finger pops up into our...
Yeah, but you see the middle finger, you got that little right-hand corner of Jackson County to the southwest.
Yeah.
That's in it. Northern tier of Washtenaw of townships there's in it. Along goes up. It splits Putnam.
Yeah.
So you have Pinckney Village in it.
Is this pink part on the side of the 48th, is that the 49th? What is that?
Yeah, the one
it's not
that
labeled.
bordering to the right, the one that looks like someone's smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
But I'll get to that one in a minute.
Okay,
but,
go ahead.
Up in Livingston County, in the tip of the finger, you have all of Hamburg, all of Genoa in there, but Genoa has always been tied to Brighton or Howell, depending which part, and it's not connected to either of the cities.
Okay.
Now look down where that all meet down there in that corner with 4 districts. That's the city of Ann Arbor. You have about 110 to 120,000 people.
23rd. What are you talking about? The 23rd,
goes
40,
to Ann Arbor.
48,
Yeah, South Line
33.
in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
That splits 3 counties too. 33rd, that gets part of the Ann Arbor up there, and then the 47th, which you got.
Are these all based on population
It's
densities?
population and trying to create blue districts to a degree too.
Well, I get creating blue districts, but I'm saying is the overall dynamic is is that we're doing population. They go, we got to have this many people, so
You
let's
have
skew it.
90,000-ish people in a state house district.
Okay.
Ann Arbor is about, I'll be generous and say 120,000.
Okay.
Ann Arbor should be a district and a half. So you should have one district all in the city, then the other district should have the rest of Ann Arbor and I'll say some of the suburbs that belong there.
Right.
You can argue which ones they are, and it should have stayed in Washtenaw County.
Right.
I mean, you have the 32nd there is actually fairly clean to a degree. That's Ipsy, mostly.
And isn't it kind of, thank you, Patrick. Isn't it kind of, I find it, the dynamics very interesting. It's like living across the street from I remember growing up, and we had.
Yeah, you're right. This is right by the border.
We went to church at the Arbela. We were part of the Assembly of God that my family helped, the Gibbs family helped found, right? And literally, on the church side of the street was Millington Schools. On the other side of the street, like 10 feet over, it was another county and another school district. And so you had kids that would come to church together and play together, right? Or hang out together, do Sunday school, all that stuff. And yet they didn't go to school together because they were literally on the other side of the road. And I find that dynamic is, aren't they, give me this is opinion, this is not your legal expertise, but aren't they creating a divide and conquer or tribalism in that dynamic of what you're talking about is not keeping it within a whole county or a whole city or a whole thing, is they're creating artificial divisions to where somebody across the street from me, that because they drew a line in the middle of the street, they go to a different school, I go to a different school, now we're school rivalries. Even though in any other circumstance, we'd have been buddies hanging out in our backyards. Now I got to support my tribe and you got to support your tribe versus Republican, Democrat, stuff like that.
I'd say to a degree, yes, but for different reasons.
Yeah, what your opinion on it?
No one thinks by their state house district. It's a pretty artificial line. The problem is...
Except those 22 people in Genesee
yeah.
County.
Hell yeah, the congressional there. But it's artificial line to a degree.
Okay.
But a representative's supposed to represent our community.
Yeah.
How can Jennifer Conlon, or even let's say Iggy pulled off the upset and won.
Right.
How could Iggy or Conlon represent that whole district?
Yeah, I like Brian.
What do they, either of them have in common with Waterloo?
Correct.
They may have been
I'll give you, for instance, to clarify more my point. Patrick lives 10 feet outside of being part of Livingston County and in Genesee and would have had representation in Livingston County. It could have been part of what we're doing here. But because he's 10 feet north of that artificial borderline, he's in a totally different county, totally different district, totally different things. For people that are politically minded, they get kind of feisty about this shit.
Yeah, people, and well, I know one that's not as bad of a split, 72nd, which you got Tyrone, part of Tyrone Townships in that. That's Mike Mueller's district.
Okay.
And Mueller actually lives right on the other side of the county line. Mueller's Orchard is over there, over by there.
Okay.
And sorry, Larry.
Stop, Larry.
But I can get Tyrone going because with population being put over toward Genesee more because it's Fenton addresses, Linden addresses, their school systems. So I can understand that. I can understand part of Green Oak if it went to South Lyon.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Look at how chopped up this shit is, dude. It just doesn't.
I like the 42nd.
Carving up Brighton like that.
Right behind your.
The 42nd?
Yeah, that is probably the most interesting one.
Yeah,
that looks like a
strange one.
Yeah, and what's in the middle of it? You got the 42nd, the 40th, and then is that the 41st in the middle of it?
Where's that one?
Right here, this one.
The 43rd's a crazy one.
What's this one right here?
That is...
Is that the 41st?
I think so, Kalamazoo City.
Because you got this. This is like Teddy said, you got this.
Yeah.
You know, instead of taking that, put this one up here, and then just make this a bot. Why?
Well, the 43rd's even stranger, I think. You got
Yeah,
most of Allegan, but not all.
Yeah, and then
part
all
of
the way
Barry,
over.
and they have one township in Eaton County.
This is stupid.
That's Rochelle Smith's the rep there.
Move this shit over here.
And I think she's Allegan.
Take this shit here. Why?
And how could she drive off over to that one township and represent that area well?
I mean,
too much work and it's a safe district, so it's not like it's
somebody over here is not going to drive all the way to there on a regular basis to represent.
Yeah, it's tough to do anyway. I mean, then the 49th, that number's not there, but that pink district, that's Ann's new district.
Mm-hmm.
You have Brighton City, Brighton Township,
right
Green
here.
Oak.
But then it's got this, like you said,
you have
smoking the pipe.
Part of Lyon Township, but not most of it.
Yeah, and what's this little sliver coming up here?
That's South Lyon, which should go, if you're going to split Green Oak and put that in Oakland, South Lyon belongs there then. Because a third of South Lyon's Green Oak's got South Lyon address. Yeah. You have Wixom.
I got friends in South Lyon that are pretty conservative.
You have Wixom in that district. Wixom doesn't belong with Brighton.
No, it's all bullshit.
You have Walled Lake in there. Walled Lake doesn't belong with Brighton. Nothing wrong with those communities, but it's a different area. And then you have a little bit of Novi and Commerce. Novi split. That should be together. Novi's the size of a district.
It's ridiculous.
Give it its own district.
It's ridiculous. All right, shifting gears. What do we got here, Dan, on the table? What do we got here? Larry, what are you doing, buddy? What do we got here, Dan?
Oh, this is Slane Irish whiskey. It's, I think it's
I haven't replaced this camera, so I can't hit the zoom on it.
It's
so
a very good. It's a very good, reasonable price whiskey.
Okay. Patrick's already had a little nip.
Irish.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Larry?
I like Irish. It's triple cast.
Yes.
Larry was trying to get at it earlier.
I actually got some ice downstairs that I'm going to go get. I left down there.
Well, you want to ice it?
I'm going to ice it, so don't
Teddy?
pour me a shot, but I'm going to put it in on ice.
All right, here. Larry.
There's ice right there.
Just grab one of my cubes.
No, well, okay.
Patrick already went and got me. So here, I'm going to cube you. I didn't wipe after I pissed last time, but my fingers are clean.
Yeah. He picked his nose with it too.
Now that's good because your nose is cleaning stuff out, so that's a positive one.
But you left the booger on
I
it.
scratched my ass though. I scratched my. How much more you want, Dano?
Keep it small. I gotta be good.
You got to be good. All right, I'm gonna do a slight nip because I've been hitting the Di-Serrano bottle over here. But that's one of the things I miss about you, Dan. Your lawyerly insights and your political insights, those are all great and yada yada yada. But when you bring a little bit of liquor to the show, I'm like, Dan brought some Irish whiskey. All right, hey. So Larry, fucking pay attention.
Yeah, get off your damn phone.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers. What are we cheersing to?
The electors case
That's what we're going to talk about next. That's what we're going to talk about next.
Yes.
All right, cheers to that.
Cheers.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
Ooh.
It's a very underrated one.
Wow.
It's got some good peat to it, but it's got a good smoke.
Very smooth.
And that's very smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah, very good.
It's got a little bit of a burn, but there's no harsh.
Yeah, but very minimal.
Very minimal. Very.
It's got a nice taste.
It's nice. Turn your mic on before you talk.
We don't want to hear him anyway.
Yeah. You fucking interrupt Teddy for the 15th time. You know what, Teddy? I do like the fact that Larry interrupts you more than me now.
By the way, you got to turn my microphone up.
Fuck you, Larry.
Maybe we should just let Larry be on his phone. Maybe it's like, oh, Larry's on his phone. Let's just.
Oh, is Larry talking?
Sorry, guys. I was trolling the Democrats on Facebook.
I was trolling somebody that needed trolling.
And then he like brings them on here.
You know what I do
The
have?
infamous
I
Oakland County.
do have your noise gate on.
Yeah.
So when you don't talk, you hear that? Do you hear that where it faded down? Are you guys listening in your headphones?
No, I can't. Matter of
All right,
fact,
so talk. Now listen.
I don't hear anything, actually. And that would be why I don't hear anything.
Because you didn't plug it in.
No, it came unplugged.
What a douche. All right, so what do we got? This is inspired by the idyllic Bourne Valley. I'll fuck it up, Dan. You can correct me later, but a whiskey enhanced by our signature triple cast method. Virgin seasoned sherry barrels. Oh, sherry barrels. You want a sherry? Yeah. Ooh, what's up, sherry? This innovative recipe is unique maturation creates an exceptional Irish whiskey. Smooth and robust flavor.
I give you one guess as to where they get their barrels from at the age of it.
They get it from fucking Tennessee and Kentucky.
Kentucky, yep.
That's right. All right, it's a blended whiskey. I'm going to have to look it up. They got to have more copy on here. Yeah. So, all right. So let's move on to the, this is huge. So I got a text from one of our, catch us up in chat while I switch over here, Teddy.
Nothing really.
Nothing
Just,
really? Everybody's kind of quiet. They're just listening.
Dale just says intermediate freezing. And then Cannonball says, greetings, brainsters. I think he was talking to us, not Larry.
It is Larry.
What does it mean, the intermittent freezing?
Brainsters. That's what I call the.
Larry is the
Our
Cannonball.
fans are brainsters.
Oh, Larry's Cannonball?
Larry's Cannonballs.
Oh my gosh.
Like big balls?
Hang on. I had this kind of moment.
Not a joke, everybody. That's why we were defeated in 2018 when they tried to do it. We went to 54 states.
54 states.
I wonder if Joe Biden drew some of those districts in Michigan.
That's our Joe Biden, our second zombie president.
Who was our first?
The end of Woodrow Wilson's term.
True. His wife ran most of the last 2 years, 2.5 years. He was gone.
He was a vegetable.
For all intents and purposes, yeah.
No, he sucked when he wasn't a vegetable, too. Worst president in history.
You think so?
Wilson.
Beyond Biden?
Yes.
Biden was number two.
What's your opinion, worst president?
FDR.
Ooh, because he put in a lot of socialist programs and everything like that, and served for 4 terms, or was elected to 4 terms.
I don't really care about the 4 terms part. but it's more of the policies and then how he abused his power and got away with it. And then everybody loves him because he was the guy that stopped Hitler.
Yeah, but it was actually
the
Russians.
When you talk about FDR, only people think about, oh, he got us out of the Great Depression, and then he was the hero that beat the bad guys in World War II. People don't really do more.
And most people don't historically understand that, yes, we fought in World War II, and we salute our troops, absolutely.
Yep.
But the reason that Hitler was defeated was the Russian army stood their ground, and 20 million Russians gave their lives to defeat Hitler on the Second Front.
The U.S. was involved on both fronts, but got involved because of the Pacific.
Correct.
I say this as my grandfather's on the Atlantic side.
100%.
Well,
yeah.
When you talk about like Japan and all that, almost like 2/3 of the Japanese army itself was tied in China, in the continental.
100%. And we don't recognize how much we were funding the Chinese government before the war and during the war to defeat the Japanese. And as much as Hitler was a racist piece of shit, he was totally into the Japanese. He's like, yeah, they're blood brothers.
I sent you the article from the Midwesterner. If you want to bring up your Facebook page and read it to everyone.
It's not lightning round yet.
I know, but I picked it out of the Midwesterner.
Right now we're going through lousy presidents. So.
Yeah, what's your lousiest president, Larry?
Ugh, you're kidding. Joe Biden.
That's a lifetime experience.
Yeah, he's by far the worst president of my lifetime.
All right, so FDR, Wilson, Biden, Patrick?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, you already gave
yours. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I get to interrupt him now.
Hey, I interrupted him one time. He interrupted me like a million times.
I'm going to give a dishonorable mention to Bill Clinton.
Oh.
Yeah, he's another bad one.
Because of blowjobs?
Waco.
Come on, man.
That's I would say yes, but he was probably getting a blowjob and
about that.
No, I'm saying right when Reno called in, Janet Reno called in, she's like, "Can we go ahead and blow up a church group down in Waco?"
And kids.
Yeah, I'm getting a blowjob. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. It's good with me. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't stop. No, you're good. You're right there. We're gonna get this on a blue dress and save it for later.
I love the Bill Maher, thing about him and Trump, and he was like, yeah, but I went into the blowjob room, which is now the Urcha room.
Blowjob room. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So we're gonna get to this, Larry. We're getting right to it.
But did you want to know why I thought that Lyndon B. Johnson was?
Yes. Give me why Johnson's the worst.
Because he was one of the most corrupt presidents we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
It has now been released that he was instrumental in the death of RFK, John Kennedy, okay, and probably RFK as well. He was behind escalating Vietnam in a huge way, and he ran our country into the ground. That.
I agree.
Well, he founded a lot of the programs too. That's been.
Did your mic die?
Is my mic dead? No, it's on.
That's your headset.
My headset.
Oh, you're good. I'm just not hearing you.
Talk. I lost my train of thought now.
FDR and LBJ.
That didn't take long.
You're not one to speak over there. Larry's like, I gotta blurt out or I'll forget it. That was FDR, RFK, or FDR. And
LBJ was the reason why we have a lot of these programs that have been a strain on the budget, and then he faked the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which
100%.
allowed for the presidential offer
100%.
NDAA, which allowed.
Not only did he fake the Gulf of Tonkin, but he was president when the USS Liberty was attacked by the Israeli government. And he said, I want that fucking boat on the bottom of the sea. Or you're going to... He tried to, court-martial a couple admirals who refused, or admirals or generals who refused the airstrikes. He's like, I want that fucking boat on it, because they wanted to be in the war with the Israelis. And the Israeli government was the one that sent the F-16s, their own F-16s they bought from us, to attack the USS Liberty. And you look that up. Look up the USS Liberty, okay? It was all a complete false flag. The Gulf of Tonkin actually never fucking happened. They said we were attacked, and because they didn't have the press presence that they do now, it never actually happened. And they said, oh, we were attacked in the Gulf of Tonkin. We got to go into Vietnam hardcore now. And there was actually no attack.
Yep.
Whereas the USS Liberty, there was an attack. It's all theater. It's the band Rush was right. Even before that, Shakespeare, all the world's a stage.
9/11, good example
100%.
of theater. I mean,
that was
really,
all true. Larry said it was all true.
Did he?
It was real planes.
Yeah.
Tower 7 went down because the file cabinets were on fire and melted the steel.
I don't know why 7 went down. I have no clue.
It just felt like it. Okay, don't ask questions.
Controlled demolition, and Silverstein saying there was so much loss of life that we felt like there was something else, and so they just gave the order. And I said, yeah, let's go ahead and pull it, and they went ahead and pulled it.
Now you sound like Fauci.
Fauci had something to do with it.
Correct, but go listen to Silverstein. He's another one of those bastards like that has that raspy voice that talks
Dale
about.
says freezing on Rumble, not fascist book, as far as I can tell.
I appreciate the update, guys.
I'm not seeing any freezing, but
I have no control over here.
We do have that big case today, too.
That's what we're going to talk about right fucking now. We had, and I got this text earlier today, and I didn't quite process it when I should have processed it. But I'm going to pull up Larry's article that he sent me, and Patrick sent me one too. Did you send me one on these?
I think I did, yeah.
I sent you one in Messenger.
Yeah. So suffice to say, if you have not heard today, the 15 electors, the duly appointed electors to the
delegates
that would have been impaneled. We never read that article. Sorry about that. Patrick sent me the article that Pam Bondi has, on the instances of President Trump, has instituted federal charges against the piece of shit that stabbed that Ukrainian refugee girl. They're bypassing their corrupt fucking DAs there, and they're going to do some federal charges. This guy's convicted 14 times. So moving on, we have. I'm trying to find out where it's at. Did you send it to me?
Patriot
right
615.
Yeah,
says,
I sent it to you.
All right. So this is on Midwesterner, right?
No, that one's not. I don't think. Is it?
I think it was, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Truthful American.
All right, so look at this. Whitmer, breaking. Whitmer appointed judge throws out AG Dana Nessel's case against 15 Trump electors. Ingham County District Court Judge Christian Simmons on Tuesday put an end to Nessel's 5-year prosecution of 15 Michigan Republicans who signed on to serve as alternate electors for the 2020 election. Dan, explain to us briefly what it means to be an elector, and in an election, the Democrats and the Republicans both select electors because we don't know who's going to win the election.
In the fall convention of presidential year, after the August primary, usually that's when it is, we elect presidential electors at a convention through the parties.
Mm-hmm.
The delegates do this.
The delegates do it to vote for president.
Mm-hmm.
Once thinking positive, the president wins our state. Now you have Democrats do it, Republicans do it.
Correct.
So those are the electors there, and you can be replaced if someone resigns or whatever the case may be.
They have alternatives, right?
But
Yeah, don't they have a full panel of alternates?
no, that's different. But
Oh, is that different?
Yeah, this
For
is electors.
they don't have a full panel?
Delegates vote on it, but we elected one
Per district?
per district.
There's no alternates selected to take a vacancy?
No, but I think the delegates vote for a replacement, or there's replacements that happen, because there were a couple of
So
replacements.
either way,
there.
when we go to the Electoral College after the presidential, then if the state went blue, then it would be the Democrats that would vote the electors. If it goes red, then it would be the Republicans that vote.
Right.
But either way, both party is responsible for impaneling and electing their electors. There's no malfeasance.
It's the Electoral College system.
Yeah, there's no fakery of it.
They talk about the Electoral College. We're picking the members of the college.
Can I interject here for a second?
Maybe.
Yeah. It is not uncommon in contested elections where maybe fraud is suspected.
That never
that
happens.
The
It's the safest
other
elections
party
ever.
sends its electors as well. Democrats have sent electors when they've lost multiple times in the past throughout history.
Larry, I think that's fake news. We have the safest elections in recorded history, and for you to insinuate that
the great Jocelyn
means that you're
Benson,
not a good American. I mean,
the great Jocelyn Benson who sent absentee applications to where people don't live. Yeah.
Remember when
people live underneath bridges?
Listen, I lived in Michigan 45 years ago.
You did?
Yeah.
And my great grandfather voted for Whitmer. Teddy, what were you going to say?
Remember when Joe Biden said in 2020, you know, we have the most comprehensive voter fraud system in American history.
And they did.
He did say that.
He did say that. All right, so this is from the Midwesterner. What's a good voice to read on this? You just knocked your mic off, Larry.
If I may interject real quick. Patriot 615 says, hey team, what's good? Just joined, but haven't got much freezing on Rumble. And I want to point out to you, Jeremy, that the camera up there that's towards us, I saw on the stream, it blacked out for a split
that does it. Yeah.
Does that? Okay.
Yeah, that one does it.
Okay.
I'm going to have to work on the lighting. Adding this, I didn't realize this screen was going to be so much brighter. And then that camera's auto-adjusting to me and Patrick, and this screen being bright. And so we're so dark over here.
Could you,
it is. This one's so freaking bright.
You can finick around with the brightness settings on that TV, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize until we're sitting down for the show. I'm like, holy shit, that camera's on auto exposure, and it's like, I turned on these lights, and all I'm getting is blinded, and it's not doing anything for us. Yeah, right? We're blind. Right. I'm blind over here in the studio. So let's go to this article here. This is the one Larry sent to us. What's a good voice? I feel like I want to do a Southern voice on this one and just read the article.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What do you want? What do you want me to do? I'm not doing Yosemite Sam. I know you like that.
Do
one.
Bill Clinton's voice. Bill Clinton should read that.
All right. So listen. Whitmer appointed judge throws out the AG Nestle's case on the 15 electors. All right. So it's all good. A judge appointed by Gretchen Whitmer. She's a nice lady. She's got some nice Tetons over there. Tuesday dismissed all charges against 15 alternate electors for Donald Trump in 2020, with a ruling that drew laughs about the absurdity of the fraud charges filed by attorney Dana Nessel. Is she a dyke, that Nessel chick? I'm just curious. She's kind of hot, but I'm saying she could be a dyke. She might be off limits. At least you know what I'm saying. Just
she
saying.
is. I think she's
just
very
crazy.
When I read the Clinton,
crazy.
When you read the Clinton voice, in the Clinton voice, you get the full Monty.
whole Clinton?
The full Monty. Yeah. Ingham County District Judge Kristen Simmons on Tuesday put an end to Nestle's 5 years. This is 5 years. It's a long time. Yeah, that's nothing to shake a stick about. You know I know about shaking sticks. 15 Michigan Republicans who signed on to serve as alternate electors. They weren't alternate electors. They were the Republican electors. I don't know why you say alternate. Alternate would have been if they would have been like the backups. Following the 2020. Simmons, who was appointed by Whitmer. She's a great lady. She's so sexy. In 2019, pointed to the required elements of the intent for felony forgery and uttering and publishing charges filed by Nessel, nasty Nessel, as well as evidence presented by the AG and others over 3 sets of preliminary examinations that make it clear the group believed that they were acting within their rights. They were like, hey, man, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to worry about over here. Quote, this fraud case, this is the judge talking. She probably had a different voice than what I got now, but I'm not even going to try it. This fraud case, and we have to prove intent, and I don't believe there's sufficient evidence to prove intent. Like, you know, when I had that situation in Monica, you can't prove intent. It's a matter of definition of what is. You can't prove that stuff. Anyways, continuing. I believe that they executed their constitutional right to seek redress, and that's based on statements of all the people's witnesses. And for those reasons, these cases will not be bound over to circuit court. Each case will be dismissed. Now, it's a strong woman. I think I'm kind of excited over here. I want to get see what Kristen's up to. She's she seems like a sexy lady. Maybe she's after I deal with Hillary all day long, I got to go. Hey, I gotta find me a good hot woman to try that. See what's up with the secret sauce over there. All right, so there we go. I don't know who that was. It was Bill Clinton come in there? He's a dog, dude. He's just wanting to. You got legs and move. And he's going after it.
He's taking out stock in Sheila G.
The story gets better. I mean, I just can't be happier for the electors because this is a Democrat judge.
Yeah.
And she is appointed by Whitmer.
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder if maybe something wasn't found out about her, that she didn't get a phone call from someone saying, you need to dispose of this or this is coming out.
Well, maybe that judge had a moment of clarity.
Could be.
You'd like to think that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Democrats have any clarity in their
Give us your legal perspective, Big Dan.
I'm gonna quote a very good criminal defense attorney. It's one I'm married to.
The one you're sleeping with?
One I'm married to. Hey, I keep things, my personal life's my business. But
just want to throw that out there.
He doesn't want to be in the doghouse when he goes home.
What do you mean? If he's not having carnal relations with his wife, I'm
He's
concerned.
going to go home, and Judge is going to be in the bed, and Dan's going to be in the doghouse.
On the couch.
Judge runs the house anyway. But,
right. For those of you in the listening audience that don't know, Judge is the dog.
Yes.
Yeah, Judge is an American Eskimo dog.
In shows previous, when your lovely wife when Christina's been here, Judge has usually been running around in our feet somewhere around here.
Yeah.
I thought a Judge was a 410 pistol.
It is. There's multiple applications of that terminology. Continue, Dan.
Christina's quote here, whether you're a Republican or Democrat or independent, this is why attorneys hold preliminary examinations.
That was a good post today she did.
And
yeah.
And she called it. She said this probably wasn't going to get past prelim.
But for 15 months, that's not a fair and speedy trial, right? Am I right?
Well, there's a ton of exhibits that both prosecution and defense had.
That Nessel made up.
A whole bunch of, all these electors had attorneys.
Okay.
They all had to look at the evidence, anything that regarding their case, that the prosecution putting their supposed evidence out.
Okay.
And taking a look at what they had, and it takes a lot of time for that to happen. And the defense needs time to prepare its case. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to criticize the amount of time it took.
Right.
I know Nessel had a fit about it. I do know that, but
she went home and got her dicons. She's good.
But
I'm not supposed to say that, right?
Well, she's just bad shit. I don't know what she is, but
At least you didn't say carpet muncher.
Or scissor sister.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of those aspersions.
Yeah.
That's all you. You're the one who did that. It's not my fault.
bad shit isn't that bad.
Bad shit? I think bad shit's pretty acceptable.
But the thing that shocks me a little bit on this, probably because it's in Ingham County, and it's Whitmer appointee, and just knowing the people in Ingham County.
Right.
It's this year it was the second best county in the state of Michigan for Harris by percentage. Better than Wayne County for her.
For Harris?
Ingham was better than Wayne for Harris.
The chick who was never elected to be the actual person to be there?
Oh, yeah.
She was just pushed in and appointed?
So
okay, I just want to clarify. Because this is we live in a democracy.
Overwhelming number of stupid people in Ingham County.
This took guts for Judge Simmons to make this ruling.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the the YouTube hearing. It's about a half hour. I encourage everyone to look it up on YouTube. It's Judge Kristen Simmons' courtroom.
Yeah.
And it goes point by point on why this didn't pass prelim. Now the standard of proof for a preliminary examination is pretty low. It's probable cause.
Okay.
It's the same as there is for an arrest. You need probable cause for an arrest. It's far below beyond a reasonable doubt. So this wasn't even worth an arrest, in the opinion of the judge.
Okay.
And all these electors were arrested. They didn't get cuffed or anything like that. They did show up at arraignment, though.
Right.
They had to turn themselves in.
Kind of like Trump with his
Yeah, they had to turn themselves in.
yeah, with his
But in this,
I love his mugshot because he just blew him away
Yeah.
with his mugshot.
but the first two charges, uttering and publishing, that one was ridiculous, and then another fraud. Those were dismissed out of hand, basically,
Right.
because they were property crimes. And
It's all bullshit.
And this wasn't property crime, or alleged property crime even. So they went over basically the election fraud charge, and you got to have intent to commit fraud. And where's the intent?
There's no intent.
And the defense for most of these folks was they were listening to an attorney advising them.
Right.
And so where's your intent? The star prosecution witness was the rat. He actually helped the defense with what he said.
Who's the rat? Do you want to name him or you want to leave it
James
unnamed?
Renner. It's public knowledge. So I'm not.
Okay. You're not.
Renner
doxing
took basically immunity.
Okay.
To testify, and he didn't make stuff up. I'll give him credit on that. He told the truth.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of rat as principle, but I understand why people do.
Right.
I mean, it's easy for me to say, oh, they shouldn't do that. I'm not the one facing 8 felonies here.
Right.
So he told the truth, and the people's defense and preliminaries that testified, everything lined up pretty similar to what he said. What the prosecution said was pretty similar. So there wasn't a lot of dispute on what happened.
Okay.
Where's the fraud?
There isn't.
There's no fraud.
And there's the people that I think Simmons thought should have been charged weren't charged.
Mm-hmm.
They were those unindicted co-conspirators or a witness or whatever the case may be. But they were the unindicted co-conspirators that the prosecution tried to throw out there. They were in the court, so the judge didn't care about them.
You know, it's an awful good thing that they didn't go after Laura Cox, because if they'd have went after Laura Cox, they'd have pissed off Mike Cox, and he's actually a very good attorney.
Yes, he is.
And he would have, do I want to say bent Dana Nessel over?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to say that.
Yeah, that's the
figuratively speaking, yes.
Poor Mike.
That's going a little too far. Larry.
My apologies to the
Yeah.
Honorable Mike Cox.
Yeah.
But you gotta have.
Take it a little too far
crime.
there.
And let's just say that they went through and with everything that happened here with the alternate electors, the Senate's the team that acts. They're the ones that choose which ones to have. If you go down to D.C., the House chooses who it's recognized.
Okay.
No one's getting one over on anybody. Where's the intent? Where's the fraud? They got no fucking case.
Oh.
That's the point.
But the thing is
F
why
on the
why
damn-
did she bring it to the table anyway? Why?
Because it was a political
It was a
prosecution.
political prosecution.
She weaponized her office and went after the political
Well,
assault.
in my
Done that a
opinion,
few times.
that's a crime right there in itself.
She's
It is.
done it a few times, has done it to others, and I think that the electors need to.
Wow.
I'm relieved more than I'm happy for them.
True.
I'm relieved because they no longer have felonies over their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
Which
somebody's
that's
good
one of
I'm
the things
not
I don't like
super
about.
happy because it cost them tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, for them to defend,
100%.
and they had to pay for it.
They did.
The
Well,
process is the punishment.
they did have to pay for it, but I'll tell you this: back on September 5th, 2023, we here at the Man Cave were asked to help, and we assisted with this. And I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. We actually ran a 12-hour
I
telethon
remember that.
for the electors. We had multiple guests. There's some guitars right there with the speakers on it, and we had everybody from Mike Lindell to just all sorts of people. There's Laura Loomer. We were supposed to have Giuliani, and he was advised at the last minute and backed out on that. We had who's that guy? We had multiple people in studio, out of studio. But it was a 12-hour event. There's Steve Bannon. We had multiple things. We did 12-hour Michigan Electors telethon for them here out of the Man Cave. And so before we started the show tonight, the news came, I got the news that they had dismissed the charges. And one of our faithful listeners who was
2 years ago.
he was actually here helping us run camera. He ran one of the cameras for us and took a lot of still shots. And some of the shots that he took shots that I use for the next 2 years, because he took shots of me being behind the scenes, helping orchestrate along with Tim and along with Tisha, who's been on the show multiple times. And he was helping run stuff. And so we were honored to do that. Don Eason.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there's the Mike Lindell. You guys see that? So when our good friend texted me and he's like, "You did it. You got the electors freed." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, what are we talking? Yeah,
I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I called you on the phone and we talked about this.
He's like, "What?" He's like, "You
What
got the
did we
electors
do?
releases." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "I goes, me?" Question mark. He goes, "Well, you helped." And I'm like, "What are you even talking about?" I totally forgot that we did. While he's saying it, I totally forgot that we did the telethon for the electors.
I had a give, send, go for one of the electors, Marianne Henry, who was my treasurer while I was district chair. She still is treasurer, actually. And and we didn't raise a ton of money, but
every little bit helps.
we did help a bit, a little bit. And
From what I understand, we raised on this telethon. We raised over $250,000 for the electors.
$270,000 we raised.
So this is
well, I'll be honest, if you split, I don't know how it was split. Unfortunately,
it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
A lot of money.
14 ways, that's a drop in a bucket to what they had to pay. I hate saying that.
Correct,
Yeah.
but it was something.
But it helped a lot.
It helped a lot, and I guarantee there was other outpourings. This is so. If you've ever seen some of the political
I'm
comments,
not trying to downplay it.
no,
but
I get it. I agree with you. If you've ever seen some of the high-profile political cartoons, that's Branco. That's the guy who does a lot of the high-profile political, and you see the Branco scrawl on his cartoons. He joined us for that. So, I mean, they set up a ton of people. We had people, again, in studio doing all sorts of stuff. We had a lot of people. We had, who was the, there, look, dude, we had Carrie Lake came in remotely. We had,
That's what we raised for each candidate.
Pete Santilli. We had, I can't remember who that guy is, but he's a big guy. We had a lot, dude. And it was help people from the Gateway Pundit and people connected all around. They did a lot of stuff. Mike, what's his name? The contract with America, Larry.
Newt Gingrich.
Newt joined us. He was in Italy at the time and joined us from Italy. I'm trying to scroll over. Oh, there's Senator Rumstead.
Now is also our MRP chair, still Senator Rumstead too.
Yeah,
and
awesome guy.
If you look here,
Great guy.
that's the man cave. There's your guitars. There's your drums.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that guitar so dusty?
Jim's just a.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Larry.
Let's see, who else do we have on here? Dude, this was a 12-hour marathon. Oh, there's the young man. We had him and his father came on the show later. This is the young man that was falsely accused of he brought his firearm, said he was going to bring it to school. I'm trying to think of his name. Him and his dad were awesome.
I heard of the case.
It was up north. Yeah. I'm drawing a blank on it.
He brought his firearm to school.
No, he didn't. That's the point.
He took a picture. There's Newt Gingrich right there. We had him live on Skype. And we threw this stuff together, dude. We did hardcore. This is a local talent out of Detroit. I can't remember his name, but he's great. We had a ton of people. Oh, there's Christina Caramo. She was in live here in studio. What's funny about this is
then the other thing that I can see is a lot of the damage that's been done to these folks. And I think I hope they do
We're live.
Look at.
We are back.
Oh, we're back.
All right.
Okay. Hope you do look at malicious prosecution. Those that are in the inside of the case, see if they have a case for that. Because
Yeah.
I think Nessel needs to. I'd like to see her sued personally. I don't see that happening, but
how difficult is that, Dan? Tell us that.
Extremely, because
What about the idea of prosecutorial
misconduct?
Yes, that.
That would be it. She wouldn't pay herself; it'd be the state. But it's
How do
still
we get
that
back
office.
to a place where the people that pulled this shit are the ones actually held
What
accountable?
I would like to see is I like to see Nessel get this barred. I think this needs to be turned in. I think she needs to be grieved as an attorney. If she's disbarred, that's what she deserves.
I mean, I would like to see her behind bars, but at the least, she should be a cashier
I
at the
think the
Dollar
electors
General.
should all get together, and every one of them file grievances against.
There definitely is.
What can they file, Dan?
Well, they can file a grievance for abuse of power.
Okay.
Weaponizing the government, weaponizing an office.
Some states,
There's no case.
In some states, like
she pushed this, and there's no case.
yeah, in some states like Texas, there is an automatic slapback procedure to where if you file a lawsuit against somebody and they prevail,
Yeah, but that's
you have to pay. But I'm saying,
the
loser pays. So
mixed views on it. At times I agree.
100%. But I'm looking at it from this dynamic of we don't have any government provisional dynamic to where it's like you come after me and they're using this. They don't care if they win the case. They'll punch in a bunch of shit to an AI and they'll spit out 34 indictments against President Trump, which are mostly incoherent when you actually fucking read the language of them. And then they'll go after him, and he's got to spend millions of dollars to defend himself, and ultimately it goes nowhere and does nothing. Sometimes it does. Jean Karine, what was it?
That was the most rigged thing I've ever seen in my life.
You didn't touch her. She lied about the dress she was wearing that didn't come out for 2 years. When she said she was wearing it, she said you touched her, and he goes, listen, I wouldn't have touched her. She's a disgusting person. I wouldn't have touched her. And because he says, I am innocent, then he gets a...
oh, yeah, this goes back to you.
What do you call that? A punitive judgment of $8 million, and then he comes back and says, I still was innocent, and they give him another, so it ends up being $80 million.
Yep.
And it's all bullshit. And she's got a cat named Vagina, and she's going to go and do go do some shopping with all the money she's won from Trump.
She's never going to see that money.
Fuck no.
That's going
Same with
back to
why is
appeal.
Blasey why is
going back to
Blasey Ford
appeal,
not in
it's gonna-
fucking jail
yeah.
for her shit?
Who?
Blasey Ford, who accused Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
They're all fucking liars, but they're using this lawfare. And if you don't have the money,
Right.
and then if you do have the money, they exhaust you. General Flynn, Giuliani, Roger Stone, they
not sure
bankrupt
on
these
Flynn,
people just
but-
fighting on their shit.
Yeah. Well, General Flynn, they hung him because he gave a wrong date or something. They got him on a process crime. They couldn't get him on anything else.
Same with Stone and same with Giuliani.
Right.
Giuliani, they go in and they raid his house and they take everything but the fucking hard drive from Hunter Biden's laptop. They took everything but that hard drive.
Right.
Because they don't want to touch that hot
The
potato.
process is the punishment.
That's what I'm saying. How do we fight back against that in the court systems, or is there no way to do it? Because we know our court systems is maritime law. It's not even fucking totally legal constitutionally. It's you walk in there and say, I'm operating under maritime law, and sometimes the judges will just go, get out of my court, dismissed. Because they know that it's...
I'm not a believer. I'm not a sovereign citizen.
No,
I'm
not
a
that,
believer
but
in
I'm saying...
Or the maritime law stuff.
Okay, all right. But either way, you know that the courts are rigged horribly.
They often are, yes.
You're-
Control what you can control.
Mm-hmm.
We do have judicial elections. No one pays attention to them.
We do, and we try to advise. You do.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We try to get the word out.
But the judges, state judges, I should say, are elected body.
Yeah.
Partially, I should say. Governors appoint. And you have presidential appointment of judges. It's the number one reason that I voted for people I couldn't stand before because of judges. I won't name names.
Don't name
Twit
names,
around
Dan.
me.
Did he name names? Did you say names?
Nope.
You didn't say a name? Don't say names, Dan.
Hear no evil, speak no
But-
evil.
I didn't say nothing.
But that's I fall back on when I can't stand somebody. At Senate races, they confirm judges.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be honest, whoever the Republican nominee is for Senate, I'm voting for that person because of judges.
Right.
Even if it's someone I can't stand.
I agree. Teddy, what do you got? I'm seeing the chat over there. Everybody's back up and running?
Everyone's back up and running.
You know, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this
It's just
stuff.
Rumble at this point.
It is. It is.
I think
And you know what it comes down to is Rumble is still the new kid on the block, and their bandwidth at times gets...
I think there are two givens on the show. Larry having tech issues or Rumble having issues. So...
Can Larry get on his fucking laptop that I gave him and push a button now and then? No. I gave you... You just hit the close, you fucker. Did you mean to hit the close button? You dick. I mean, you might as well hit the break media from 1984.
That's what I did hit with break.
I think the
media.
lesson here that we kind of need to realize and what's been going on is the state power and who controls what.
Right.
And we're seeing this with ICE, kind of. We're seeing this
Yeah.
like with a bunch of other federal stuff. Whoever controls real state power, be it federal or state,
Yeah.
you can basically decide how to use it. And once you stack the courts of your lackeys, then you can abuse the system. And when I was saying last week, my rant, the process,
Yeah.
where the process will drown out any meaningful energy or financial wealth that you have or people have.
Yeah,
the movement
100%.
and it'll just go against you in the long run.
Yeah.
But I think at some point there needs to be some parallel institutions because, well, you could say, and it is a good victory. This is a great victory. I'm happy for the electors,
100%.
Well, they went through hell.
Yeah, they
They
went
did.
through hell.
I know, I know a
but-
couple of these people personally, and what they went through is just...
But we got to realize that the court systems, 99% of the time, are going to be against us in terms of that political stuff.
Yeah.
So we need to kind of think of, hey, how do we use state power for our own benefit and our own security? And how, when there is too much legalistic malice and lawfare and all that against us, how we can form parallel or new institutions.
I agree with you.
The problem is elected officials like Nasty Nestle have immunity.
The Scissor Sister Dana?
That'd be the one. The carpet muncher?
Carpet.
And,
I didn't say that.
Who?
I did not. You said carpet muncher. I didn't
say
I
carpet
said
muncher.
Scissor Sister.
No. You heard carpet muncher. I
You
didn't
heard.
say it.
You said it. No,
A viewer last week complained to me about Larry making too much dirty jokes. I just will say that.
You know what? It's because I'm offended that I have to use a pair of dikes periodically on a job site, and I feel self-conscious saying, "Can you hand me your dikes?"
Boy.
You know, and then Larry comes on the show and he talks about carpet munchers and dikes, and I just don't know.
What's the original word for dike? A dam, a water barrier.
Yes.
What does water hold? Gay fish.
Gay fish. It does. Very astute, young Teddy.
Very astute.
Your mom is proud. Dale's now saying that Rumble's down.
It is live for me.
Yeah, I got a live feed. Dale, your system sucks.
But Dykeson, from what he's talking about, is diagonal cutters. It's a cutter.
I'm going to quote one of Dana Nestle's greatest hits after she had her team lost the game. And she passed out, couldn't get through the game. That was her Michigan Wolverines losing to my Spartans. But I'll give
Don't
you a
get tribal
quote
on us,
here.
Dan.
It says, before the big game, I tend to tailgate on an empty stomach. Much to my surprise, MSU tailgates tend to have more alcohol than food, so I thought it seemed like a good idea to eat 2 Bloody Marys, since as long as you put enough vegetables in them, it's practically a salad. As it turned out, this is not a brilliant idea, also might be a terrible bartender. That's the AG. I proceeded to go to the game and started to feel ill. I laid low for a while, but my friends recommended that I leave so as to prevent me from vomiting on any of my constituents. Polling consistently shows Roman showers, don't look that up, folks, to be unpopular among most demographics.
Oh, we're looking that shit up.
You can, I won't.
Is it gonna like
Roman
label it?
showers?
I know what it is.
I don't know, it might be too bad for this show.
It won't be because
It's late enough.
it's late enough, and this is not what you're coming up. What is a Roman shower? Home question.
I'm gonna
Let's
get
do
in
that.
trouble
Here we
for
go.
that one.
This is from Wikipedia here, so we're safe. This is CIA-pedia. A Roman shower. Is that all it is? What is this? This article needs citation. Roman showers are simple and timeless. Dude, he didn't even go to that shit. That's crazy.
I never even heard of them
Holy
until
name are you blathering about?
I never heard of it until Nestle mentioned it.
Oh.
A Roman shower.
It is a noun. It is slang. A fetish sexual act in which one participant vomits on the other.
That's a Roman shower?
Well, if you look at Dana Nestle naked, you probably would vomit.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because all I'm getting over here on DuckDuckGo is a Roman shower is a type of shower stall designed without a door or a curtain. Used in places like hotels. It's known to be a roll-in shower. We're going to roll in there. It features a drain on the floor with easy access. All of that seems sexually suspicious right there. You got an open door and you can roll in and you got the drain accessible.
Sounds like a handicap accessible shower.
Yeah.
And it creeps me the fuck out.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yes.
Would that mean that my my man cave shower here is a Roman shower? Because there's no curb. You can roll right in. Yeah.
Staying out of that one.
Let's stay out of that one. That's why. It's on the always protected. That's why. Let me see what here. I want it to be like Search. I got to turn it off. I got to turn off the search. Here it is. Affordable showers.
Is that the judge?
Is the judge hot, Larry? No, not so much. Show Patrick again.
Judge has some intelligence. I'll tell you that.
She's great. She made the right judgment this time.
Hey. And I encourage everyone to check the YouTube of Judge Simmons' courtroom from today.
Okay. It's good stuff.
It was a takedown and showed the prosecution for the idiots they were.
Well, we'll probably have to use that maybe for break media next week.
You think so?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You guys got to help me because I can't do it all.
I give you break media.
I know you could. I want you to step up. Do it.
I'm stepping up a little bit.
You are
Larry
stepping
can
up.
Step up.
Larry's got to play with his phone. It's a prerequisite.
I'm surfing right now.
It's a prerequisite.
If Nestle appeals, I wonder if we should have another telethon or the new Nestle telethon where we just raise funds to
probably
sewer.
Sewer?
In whatever legalistic ways.
No, I'm saying just the terminology that you said.
If it's appeals,
she's a sewer.
Oh, God. Hang on. I got a voice thing for this. Where is it?
Where's it at? Give it to me.
Hello. Do you speak English, sir?
Hala hit the other one. The next one. There's like 3 in a row.
Pulp Fiction.
English, motherfucker.
That was one of them.
That shit's too funny. Larry, do you want to do a lightning round with your Midwest? Because we're
Is it
nearing
getting
it.
that late?
Dude, it's 10:30.
Wow.
Dan fucking talked all night long, and I love it.
Yeah,
I gotta get home to my wife too.
The judge.
And Judge, you know you're sleeping on the couch. She heard the show. Larry, I sent you that electors telethon. You can give it to Senator Rumstead, who was asking for it.
Okay.
Yeah, he can grab links for that. What do you got, Larry?
Well, today, other than that big story.
Yeah, that's 15. Dude, this is phenomenal.
Yes, I mean, I'm
on your screen, so hurry up.
Beaming on that.
ICE Detroit.
Deports suspected war criminal and former high-ranking coup leader back in
Coup. It's French.
French,
French
motherfucker. Do you speak it?
I love Teddy.
Yes.
The P is silent.
And what's the story about the French government that collapsed yesterday?
Did it?
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go. My wife's calling me.
Like immediately? She's like, I am watching the show. You're not sleeping.
Probably gonna be in trouble now.
All right, you're going for a minute, or are you coming back?
I'll go for a minute, but I might be waving and going.
Okay,
buddy.
buddy.
Judge is acting up.
All right, you got a microphone still attached to you.
Boy, he's nervous.
Yeah, 'cause I think the judge is acting up. So I hope not. But.
All right, hopefully we'll see you in a minute. Larry, go with this one, and then I'm gonna find the information on Patrick's French government. Go ahead.
A war criminal from Sierra Leone is out of America after living in the U.S. illegally for decades, signaling the U.S. will no longer harbor human rights violators. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement deported Charles Emile Mabeo.
Dude, don't ask me to pronounce shit. I'm the last guy.
We're not looking at it.
Dude,
Who has been linked to mass killings during Sierra Leone's civil unrest decades earlier. From the United States to Sierra Leone on August 20th, according to the ICE news release.
Okay.
He was a senior member of the National Provisioning Ruling Council, a military junta.
Junta. It's
That
another one of those
seized
like
power
coup.
in Sierra Leone.
Spanish,
in
motherfucker.
1992.
Do you speak it?
French.
The NPRC ousted President Joseph Mama and his and all his people's
His conquistadors.
Yeah.
Even though that's Spanish.
So he's out. He is definitely out. So I would encourage Democrats to get to the Senate Democrats to do their jobs and vote on the budget that's being proposed.
Wait. The budget where they found $5 billion of fucking fraud? Is that what you're talking about? Larry, go to that article.
I don't think I have that article.
Okay, you find that article, and I'm going to come back to Patrick over here next to me. And so what I found over here on the search engine on DuckDuckGo, which I trust more than I fucking trust anything else, is that we have the French government has indeed, it says the French government has collapsed following a no confidence vote that ousted Prime Minister
François Bayrou.
Say that again?
François Bayrou.
See, Teddy studies Napoleon historic stuff at school, and he knows this shit. Marking a significant political crisis, like they had many times before. President Emmanuel Macron, who sleeps with his boyfriend, is expected to appoint a new prime minister in coming days. France is currently facing significant political crisis following the ousting of Prime Minister
François Bayrou.
This event marks a critical moment in President Emmanuel Macron's administration. He cannot rely on his boyfriend, friend, husband, person who groomed him, who has no record of being a woman up until her 20s.
You know the thing.
You know, man. You know the thing. Let's see, political implications. This incident highlights the ongoing instability of Macron's government, which has seen 5 prime ministers in less than 2 years. Ooh, that is not good.
That is not good.
Sacre bleu! Shit fall down! Downhill. It rolled downhill. Don't lay on the ground when shit's rolling on downhill.
French is lousy, but I think the actual term might be mierda or something like that.
Mielda.
That rolls down.
The political landscape has shifted with far-right parties gaining significant seats and complicating governance for Macron's centrist
Why does it
coalition.
only say far right, though? Because I'll go into it a little bit deeper. So you have the National Assembly, which a third of it is full of Macron's minority coalition. Then the other third is Marine Le Pen and her kind of groups and allies. And then on the other third is the far-left communist bloc.
Right.
So the communists and the rights and the Macron people all hate each other.
Macron.
Macaroni and cheese.
Well, don't you guys know? Don't you guys know that anything half a step or more to the right of Joseph Stalin is far right?
Of course.
Yes.
Emmanuel Macron. What's his partner's name?
Brigitte Macron.
Bridget. That's right, Bridget. Larry scarred me last year bringing up.
Last week, bringing up Bridget.
Dude.
Fonda.
You fucked with me hardcore, dude. Bridget Fonda was hot. And then you brought up like current pictures and not hot.
Look at the second one. He just looks so...
Dude. All right, for you, those of you there like that. So Bridget's got a little dangle. We're saying that there might be a dingle dangle there. And there's reportedly, here we go. This is Jean Merkel. That's Bridget. It's a dude. Wait, what
Transgender.
What did Austin Powers say? It's a man, baby. Oh, dude. Why do some of the richest people have some of the most hideous men-looking spouses? They do. It's sad, dude.
Well, I mean,
think of it this way: it's France.
The Roman Empire, a lot of the Greek and Roman monarchs back in ancient history, they had their wives, but they also had lady boyfriends.
Was it Caligula that appointed one of his horses?
Yeah, Caligula.
To be a senator?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
How about this?
I don't know. Maybe I should eat more peanut butter. That's Mr. Ed. They gave him peanut butter so that he was constantly moving his lips.
Could we appoint Judge to be a judge then?
We could. Judge ran for judge.
He's better than some of the other judges out there.
Larry, did you find the other one I was asking you for?
Yes,
I'm gonna have
right
to
here.
go.
You got to go, Big Dan? Hey, thanks, buddy. It's a pleasure always having you on the show.
Good seeing
Appreciate
y'all.
you.
Thanks for the
Good
swine
stuff.
Irish whiskey.
Oh, dude. That was great.
That's a good
Much
one.
appreciated.
Are you bequeathing the bottle or are you,
Go right ahead.
it's for the house, huh? Patrick's not going to be disappointed. We're going to put it at the end of the table as a gift for the house.
Thank you for joining us.
I see Keeper's Heart. That's
Yeah, it's getting low. Patrick's been hitting that one a little bit.
I've been after the red breast.
Yeah.
That's the big brand name of the Irish one. So.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Dan. Come back more often, dude. You got to give us some of your insights on the
All depends if I got time.
the machinations.
Sundays are busy
You make time for us, Dan. You know we love
I
you.
made time tonight.
You did, buddy. I appreciate you. Good seeing you, Big Dan.
All right, let's cut
Hey,
to my laptop.
cut to your laptop. I'm going to have Dan sign. Let's see. Do that one. Send my paper. Larry, go.
And here we go. Just in case Jeremy needed to be reminded of what Bridget Fonda looks
Stop,
like today.
dude. It's so disgusting. Thanks, Dan. Good to see you, brother. Safe journeys.
Michigan Democrats caught in $5 billion.
$5 billion. Wait. Is that how much Austin Powers asked for when he was holding the world hostage when he captured the moon or some shit?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
$5 billion.
Can we have Larry read that article in his best French voice?
I don't know how to do a French voice.
You know how to do a French voice, Larry. Do a French voice.
I bet you can do a German voice, though.
Just act.
That is not true. I can't do a German voice.
You can do. Listen, if you want to do French, just act
Republicans
like you
in
don't
Michigan
give a
have
shit,
exposed
and
one
you
of
are the
most
best.
blatant examples
there.
of budgetary
Listen,
abuse
you
in
fucking
recent
punk.
history.
Go ahead, Larry. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Larry got interrupted.
House
interrupted
Republicans say their review of the state budget revealed more than $5 billion in waste, fraud, and abuse.
What?
Hidden through the creation of the 42777 phantom jobs.
Sacre bleu.
These positions do not exist in reality, but were used to justify line items that allowed Democrats to follow money towards radical priorities rather than essential services.
I like how they say they don't exist in reality. They don't exist.
Right. Among the spending categories tied to these fake jobs and taxpayer-funded gender surgery.
$5 billion
Yes.
fucking dollars.
That would be taxpayer-funded gender surgeries that we're paying for convicted criminals, and millions in arts cultures and grants for organizations that can't even be identified.
They said that
Under complete Democrat control, Lansing has allowed the budget to balloon to over $82 billion, the largest in state history. You know, it's important that we give gender surgeries to people that want to go be in prison with women.
dangle no dangle. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Dangle.
If they dig up your fucking bones 1,000 years from now, guess what they're gonna find out? You were a man or a woman.
Hey, Sheriff Murphy, if you're watching this show,
He always watches the show.
You know,
He gives
there's
me
something
feedback.
I want you to do. If I ever get arrested, put me in the women's cell. Thank you.
Sacre bleu. Larry is Bridget Macron.
Bridget McQuong, Larry.
Yes.
His name is not Larry, it's Larisha.
Compared to just 2 years ago, state spending has grown to nearly 20%, and rather
See you,
than
Dano.
delivering real benefits for taxpayers, the increase has been absorbed by programs that advance ideological goals.
Oh.
Roads remain among the worst in the nation, insurance rates continue to weigh down families, and basic services show little improvement.
Didn't they say it would take $2.5 billion or $3 billion to fix all the roads in Michigan, like for the next 20 years?
Yeah, right.
Based on what they would cost.
Right. Well,
and
the
we're
first thing
wasting
they have to
5.
do-
So we'd
the
have an
first
extra
thing they have to
extra
do
2.
is get rid of the union companies. that are building the roads.
Why? Because they only build them to last long enough till the next contract comes around?
Well, not only that, but they take 10 times longer to build them.
Well, that just makes sense, Larry. You got to drag that shit out. People got to get paid.
Standing around with their thumb in their ass and leaning on shovels watching one guy working.
Those are observers who are making sure everything's safe.
Is that it? Okay. Well, then why do some of these guys get flattened?
Dude, when I take my fucking test for my builder's license, it's like, you got to have a dedicated... I'm like, if I had a dedicated safety person on site 24/7 and followed all your regulations, I would be charging my customers 1,000% of what I'm charging them. It doesn't fucking work in the real world. It doesn't fucking work. And you know how many incidences I've had on any of my job sites in 30 years of owning my own construction company off and on?
None.
Zero.
It's because you scare all the employees.
No, I actually walk on the job site and I pray safety over my guys every time. And when I have a moment where I hear something in my spirit, that there's a situation, I walk over to people and I speak safety over them.
I prayed over the picture of that little girl that I sent you, the one that got stabbed. That's just terrible. And I know what it's like to lose a child. You know, I've been there. And it's just so tragic. And it didn't need to happen. She didn't do anything wrong. She got on a fucking subway.
She got on a subway, put her earbuds on, she's watching her phone, she's doing things, she's relaxing. Yeah. She's a refugee from a war-torn fucking country, and this asshole, piece of shit human being stabbed her because she was the white girl? Yeah. Fuck you.
The one key thing she did wrong, Master Ping said to us, you always want to be aware.
Yeah.
Never be preoccupied. When you walk through a neighborhood and you're concerned, you look right at the people that you're concerned with. You let them know that I know that you're there and I'm here too. And if you want to dance, we can dance.
And something else she needed to think of.
But she was like this.
Where did she live?
And if she
correct,
that's another thing. Yeah. If she'd have been in a Republican community,
100%,
she'd be alive today.
That's true there too.
Well, and that's I heard one of my podcasters today listening to them, and they're like, "Dude, they showed up at some place. It was all either high income or it was Republican, and they're like, they walk in, and he said there was $200 rackets for playing tennis, just hanging there for you to use. He's like, these are high-end rackets." Tennis rackets, just hanging on the wall for you to use. And he goes, what the hell? And he goes, nobody steals shit here. Yeah. This is a fucking high-end thing. When you're in a community that recognizes it, it's in these fucking blue Democrat fucking cities that people are vulnerable to the worst elements of our society. Black, white, blue, whatever the fuck color they are, I don't give a shit. If you're a horrible human being, you need to be held accountable and taken out of the herd. You need to sequester. What were you going to say, Teddy?
Oh, I was going to say, I guarantee you that any city in Ukraine, pre-war, with the subway systems, never had anything like this. Guarantee you. Guarantee you.
No, but we removed their president.
Safer in Ukraine.
Yeah, and we removed their president and fucked that whole situation up over there so that we could literally fuck them up. Larry, continue with that. Yeah.
Republicans have presented a clear alternative. Their plan? It eliminates the fake jobs, strips out the fraudulent spending categories, and redirects the funds to priorities that ordinary citizens value. This includes repairing infrastructure.
Will it pass?
Providing real tax relief and ensuring that schools have the resources needed to educate students rather than serve as staging grounds for partisan experiments. Will it pass? Well, the Democrats in the Senate won't show up to vote for it.
Are they pulling the Texas thing where they just flee to another city?
No, they haven't done that in Michigan. I don't think that's a smart option.
Cowardice motherfuckers.
I think here, if you do that, you actually go to jail.
Well, I tell you what.
I would have. I talked to a
The attorney-
legislator about it one time, back when the Michigan House, a couple of years ago, when the Michigan House was ramming through all that Nazi legislation, one right after the other, and the legislator that I spoke with, who I don't want to disclose, told me that you can go to jail for that here. They don't play around with partisan games. I'm going to run to Ohio. And you just, boom, bars.
Yeah.
So I don't think that works here in this state. They're just not voting on it.
Which is
But you got to remember
fucking
who's in control of the Senate, the Michigan Senate, the Democrats.
douche.
So what is the Speaker of the Senate? Is that what you would refer to that person as?
President of the Senate.
President of the Senate, Speaker of the Senate, whatever.
Speaker of the House, President of the Senate.
Yeah, whoever brings up the agenda to vote has to bring it up to vote on. And it's a no-win situation for them, because if they vote yes for it, their base is going to be mad at them, and if they vote no for them, the rest of the state's going to be mad at them.
100%.
So
it's a lot of bullshit.
it's a lot of stuff going on.
Give me one more, Larry. One more lightning round.
Oh,
This lightning blast lasted a long time.
Well, while he's looking for that, there was a Palestinian conference in Detroit this past weekend where they were talking about, and Tlaib, the senator or what, representative for that area.
Shithead Tlaib?
She was there, and they were talking about, doing in the U.S. military, how ways of undermining the U.S. military, and how to wage war against the U.S. Now, this is going on right here in our own backyard. And so when I'm talking about, people need to be aware. They need to learn how to defend themselves.
100%, dude. Because it's a war out there, dude. Yeah. It's a war out there.
Okay, and our last story for the night.
This going on right here in Detroit.
Last story for tonight, Larry. Give it to me.
Michigan woman charged with smuggling migrants across northern U.S. border.
What?
A Michigan woman
How much is she getting paid?
Federal charges for her involvement in an international smuggling.
Do they have a picture of this person?
That allegedly helped. I don't know if there's one or not.
She hasn't been convicted.
Disgusting,
so they're
dude.
probably gonna keep her under
That
wraps.
allegedly helped immigrants cross the northern U.S. border into Vermont. Authorities say Norma Linda Lozano, 53 of Ypsilanti, took part in a plot to smuggle illegal
Ipsitucky.
immigrants from Central America into the United States through a route across the northern border. The federal grand jury charged Lozano, also known as Norma Lynn Quintanilla Lozano, with 1 count of conspiracy to smuggle aliens and 6 counts of bringing aliens to the United States for profit, according to the indictment unsealed Wednesday, September 3rd. She allegedly worked for the International Alien Smuggling Organization that coordinated the travel of immigrants from several Central American countries to help them sneak into the U.S. illegally, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. She is accused of conspiring to smuggle families, including young children, across the northern border for profit. Officials allege Lozano drove from Michigan to Vermont to meet the illegal immigrants and immigrants at prearranged locations near the border, where she picked them up and transported them further into the U.S. Fox 2 Detroit reported.
Disgusting, dude.
Yep. So
totally disgusting.
That's the Midwesterner. You can see all those stories and more at themidwesterner.news.
So suffice it to say tonight, the 15 Michigan electors who were duly appointed, duly elected by the delegates of this state
Are free
on the
from
Republican side are freed from prosecution, but they still have a lot of
persecution.
Yeah, they still have a lot of debt from the lawfare that was leveled against them. We salute that. We have a crisis in our country of
There is
rampant crime in these cities where this chick that was stabbed to death, what was her name? Irina? Is that her first name? Irina?
Something like that.
Yeah. She had Black Lives Matter and a whole bunch of other stuff in her videos or her profiles and stuff like that. Beautiful little girl. Obviously leaning, brought into the country legally and leaning towards leftist stuff. She didn't know. And a black guy is the one who stabs her. She has Black Lives. It's like, what?
The irony.
The irony is fucking incredible.
Of it all.
Yeah. Patrick, final thoughts, my friend.
Well, I hope they fry that asshole, And,
given that they arrest a fucking...
and the judge needs to be... Well, she's not even a judge.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell she is. A magistrate?
Well, she's a judge, but she never, according to Dan, I made him look, had him look it up. She's not even right, man. She's not even it's not right. Give me your final thoughts, Patrick. I want to hear them.
Well, I just think that, I don't know what we do, because I have zero faith in our government, zero faith in our judicial system, zero faith in our medical, the American Medical Association. What the hell? What are we supposed to?
They all corrupt.
Yeah. As a U.S. citizen that's tried to live an upstanding life, I don't know where to put my faith these days, other than Jesus.
That is the only place you really can put it.
Yeah.
100%. Larry, final thoughts. Get off your fucking phone.
Well, final thought here. One thing I want to go back to North Carolina, where I find this literally appalling. I lived in North Carolina, and people had guns everywhere. They carried them in their car. They had them behind the seat. They had 15 in the house. They drove down the street with them in the back windows of their pickup trucks. Yep. I kept my SKS behind the seat of my pickup truck. I got pulled over. A sheriff's deputy searched my vehicle, pulled out my rifle, right? And he looks at it. It's an SKS, and he's looking at it. And he said, "What is this?" I said, "You know what it is. It's an SKS. Why would you ask me that? What's it doing there?" I said, "It's there for self-protection." He puts it back, and he puts the seat forward, and he says, "Are you running beer?" I said, "What?" He says, "Are you running beer?" I said, "Why would you ask me that?" I said, "Well, I seen you head that way. You look like you were in a hurry. That's why I was searching your truck. I was thinking you was running beer." Because it was a dry county.
What was your response?
He had no concern about the SKS that was behind my back seat. Was worried I went and got a six-pack.
Yeah.
Were you running beer, Larry?
No.
Larry?
Not that night, at least.
No, I didn't run beer. I did go occasionally and get myself some beer to put in the fridge.
You could have been a NASCAR driver.
He was accusing me of running beer, like going and buying cases.
You could have been a precursor to
it around town.
You could have been a precursor to a NASCAR driver running beer through that county.
Yeah, he knew.
Sign my paper, Larry. Give me your shit.
And the other thing I want to talk about for all you wonderful electors out there, here's a thought. Under Michigan compiled law, right? Prosecutorial misconduct, you are entitled to 3 times the amount of your costs.
Oh, fuck. They need to go after that hardcore.
By law.
They need to go after it hardcore.
Yep.
So they're just going after the state of Michigan, which means you and I pay for it. But you know what?
But you know what?
People like...
And they expose the $5 billion of fucking fraud. I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Amy Facinelli, she's a sweetheart. If you
100%.
know her, she's a sweet gal. For her to have, and her family to have to bear the... And Michon Maddock, I mean...
100%.
Nice people.
Yeah.
Nice people.
Yep.
They have to deal with this kind of stuff. It's just out of control, out of line.
Yeah.
Give me a good color, Teddy.
Yes, it is.
Trying to get a unique color.
Give me a good color that shows
Can't have
up on
double.
camera. It's not going to show up. It's way up here.
He's a lefty. He's weird.
Dude, it's
Takes
fucking
him
weird. It
15
is
minutes
fucking
to
weird.
sign his name.
He's like Donald
Listen,
Trump.
when I sign a document, I make sure I sign it like the founding fathers signed the Constitution. Okay.
Dude, he's Teddy Bester. Teddy, it's 5 letters. Bester, 6 letters. And he signs longer than you and me all combined. I fucking love it. Were you good? Final thoughts, Teddy.
Well, I think we are in a crisis of institutions, obviously. And I was reading up on the British Reformation movement, not like Protestant or whatever, like reform movement in the 1830s.
Okay.
And what they did when the institutions were blocking any reform within Parliament, House of Lords, courts, monarchy, what did they do? They stopped paying taxes and they pulled their money out of the Bank of England. One night, and this is the 1830s, the Bank of England lost around 20 to 30% of its deposits or stored wealth because everybody that wanted representation pulled their money out so they could have a comprehensive reform. It was pressure. What we have now is a lack of two things. We have a lack of organization and pressure because we, I don't know why, honestly. I don't know why.
I agree with you.
I don't know if people are just too...
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is, Teddy. Is that nobody pays attention to their property tax. It's in your mortgage. Nobody pays attention to their income tax. It's in your paycheck. It's taken out before you. Nobody pays attention to excise tax or sales tax or any of these other taxes that our government, that the government gets. All these taxes, you pay your phone bill, you pay your electrical bill, you pay your gas bill, you pay your mortgage payment. All of these taxes are hidden within it.
Yep.
If you had to write a check at the end of the year for these things individually, then you would have people that would revolt.
Yep.
Then you would have people that say, fuck you, I'm not doing this.
And I do. I pay for all that because I'm self-employed, number one. Number two, I don't put my property taxes in my mortgage. I pay for it. As a matter of fact,
And you're the extreme rare exception, Patrick, who's well aware of what's going on. But the vast majority of the people, they don't think of that dynamic.
Which is why I'm invested into the Axe My Tax program.
100%.
And final thought would be we need to, again, look into forming parallel institutions because
Agreed.
we may have a victory now, but there have been 99 other times where we get the full force of the state and the law and the process, as I said last final thoughts, where if we put so much energy and time and money into trusting the process will destroy that energy and goodwill. So it's time we have to think of going outside the box and doing something meaningful.
I agree with you. Parallel economies are huge.
Example could be the Afrikaans in South Africa, where they basically have their own universities, their own everything. Parallel institutions away from the declining, failed state, which is South Africa.
We had a couple of good interviews recently of Afrikaners coming on the show. That's good stuff. Good show tonight. Anything to catch up in chat before I do my signature and give the final thoughts and close it out?
No, nothing in chat.
Everybody's good. I don't know what's going on with Rumble, guys. We're going to try to keep working on the dynamics of that, and we're going to work on the fact this screen's much brighter than the last screen, so it's drowning out. The camera's like, fuck you, it's too bright. We're going to turn down. And I go, I realize I'm sitting in the dark over here. Listen, look what happens when I crank up the lights.
Oh, there you are.
Maybe that does work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it does.
it does work.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a
But do you see the camera's
stage.
auto-adjusted?
Yeah.
Now you're on stage, my face is, I feel like I can't see
Just
anything.
as ugly as it was a
I
minute
need my
ago.
sunglasses.
Yeah. So,
You're going to have a
here's-
suntan by the time we leave the show.
Yeah.
right. Dude, Some people are like, I hate studio lights. Yeah, it sucks.
Good way to warm the room in the winter.
So I'll tell you what, we've had some good victory with the 15 electors being charges dismissed. I think that they need to follow Larry's advice, and I'm not sure. I'm sure that Larry's not the only one that's advising them to go after Dana Nessel. And I understand Patrick's position, but if we find $5 billion of waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal budget, then we can afford to pay these guys what they were falsely. That's a justified cost for me.
It is for me too.
It's like, you know what? Give these guys back the money, and we were proud to.
I'm behind that.
Yeah. No, I know you are. I'm just saying, yeah. But we were proud to do that special broadcast back in September 2023 for the electors to raise $250,000 here from the Man Cave broadcasting out. I remember
when you did that.
Yeah, and it was, dude, it was on the fly, trying to figure out shit. Now, I've got stuff a lot more dialed in than we did back then. And but it takes time to set up a whole studio. And so...
and I had a couple people in the Genesee County Republican Party who wanted to take credit for making that happen. I'm like, no, you did not make that happen.
Yeah, where were you?
I happen to know the guy that hosted it, and he's the one that put it on and made it happen.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you want to have this conversation, I can bring documentation in that's going to disprove.
Yeah, 100%. We were approached, and we were like agreed to, so it was good.
Anna Lyle and April Snyder, those two.
Yeah. So my final thoughts tonight is, you know what? Honestly, I want you to be vigilant. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. But I love this phrase. Situational awareness. Wherever you're at, I'm not afraid of going into any place here in Livingston County, of course, or a lot of other counties that I may travel to. But I have situational awareness. And I didn't serve in the military like Larry or some of our other, many of our people in the audience out there listening to the show. But I still have situational awareness where I walk into a place and I'm assessing. Not because I'm fearful, not because I'm afraid, but because I'm conscious of my environment. The same way that when I sit down at a table and I'm listening to conversations around me, that I'm aware of those. It's the same way. I contemplate whether I get out of my truck and I grab one of my pistols and put it in the small of my back. That's where I like to carry it, so the FBI knows, and the CIA and the NSA. I carry most of my weapons in the small of my back because I've got a nice little spot right there where I carry my weapons. But anyways, point being, have situational awareness, because that little girl didn't need to lose her life. Whatever her situation was, escaping Ukraine, legally coming here, and then being duped into supporting Black Lives Matters and a bunch of these other leftist organizations that are fucking horrible. She didn't need to be stabbed and murdered on a subway.
But sometimes women are oblivious. I'm right now thinking about going out to lunch with a lady friend who wants to sit in a booth in the back corner, and she wants to sit with her back to the wall and having me sitting there facing her. And I'm like, no, this doesn't work. You need to sit here and I'm sitting there. No, why? I said, because if some asshole wants to come over here and fuck with you or me, I'm at a disadvantage. But if I'm sitting where you're at, I can see what the hell's going on. And I happen to be the one that's armed, and I happen to be the one that is well-trained in martial arts, and I'm the one that's going to have to deal with this shit. And what are you going to do, sit there and scream? I'm sorry, you need to sit here. I'm going to be there with my back. I always sit where I can see the door. Yeah. Okay? And if I can't, we're not having lunch. It's over, okay? You insistence in there, we're not having lunch. You can have lunch by yourself, but I'm leaving. That is, this just happened. What is it about women? They've got this utopia thing.
I don't think they see those dynamics the way that we do. And men are called to be the protectors and providers. That is our number one call of God. Women are supposed to be nurturers and our number one feedback our number one consigliere. And we don't get these dynamics in relationship. When we get them, then they become paramount. Yeah. You know, I have to tell my wife.
Somebody just sent me a video of Dana Nessel you need to share with everyone. I sent it to you on your...
Yeah.
Okay. Can we put it on the screen behind you too?
I can.
Yes.
That's not Dana Nessel.
Yeah, that's Dana Nessel.
It's not even fucking right. Why do I believe you? Why do I believe your shit when you do this shit, Larry? It's not even fucking right, dude. You're wrong in so many ways. But again, it is this dynamic of men are called by God, and it's in our DNA to be protectors and providers, and women are there to be nurturers and to be our chief advocate. If I'm on the front line making decisions, then I need the best advisor that I can have. Yeah. That's what our wives are supposed to be. That's what our companions are supposed to be. Is our best providers, or our best second set of eyes on the situation. And when we get into those dynamics, you realize, you go, listen. So as I started to say, I don't need my wife to, I don't need to go over the books. I don't need to see all of the dynamics. I need my wife to give me the cliff notes based on her best judgment. And then I go, okay, based on what you're telling me, we need to do this, 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 and this. She goes, okay. So I made the decision, but she's the one that gave me all the condensed information. That's a phenomenal relationship. I rely on that, you know? And I watch so many successful people that they have women like that their wives, that's where you need to be. And we don't have that dynamic always in, a lot of times in life. And it's detrimental. So, you know, you got to find those situations where you go, look, I need to be with my back to the wall, looking at the exit. Just the thing.
Well, what the dynamics and the problem is that, you know, women have been, you know, women's lib.
Oh yeah.
Equal pay for equal job, but they still want chivalry. They still want the guy to take care of everything, but they want, you know, in the shop. Case in point, I mean, go back when I was my son's age, and I had my first medical sales job, and I'm walking down a hallway at Hurley Medical Center.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing these hails clicking behind me. And I get to the door of the purchasing department, and I open the door, and I hold the door for this young gal to walk in ahead of me. And she walks up to the desk and says to the gal at the desk, I need to see Mr. Richardson. And she said, okay, good, have a seat, and I'll let him know you're here. And she looked at me and said, what do you need? And I said, I also need to see Mr. Richardson. And she said, I'm sorry, he has time for one more appointment today. You lose. She was here first. No, she really wasn't there first. I was there first. So you want to know something? At that point, chivalry went right out the damn door. Why? Because I have a family I have to take care of as well, okay? But women want the same, you know, equality, but that they still want that chivalry. I should have just let the door slam in her face and gone in there and said, I want this.
Right.
This is what I need. You can't have a situation where I'm expecting you to take care of me should something blow up here. But I want you to be facing the wall so you can't see what the hell's going on, and I'm not going to give you forewarning on anything. You know, that's the problem.
Right.
Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, please, tell me I'm wrong. That you're expected to do a dance when you are giving a huge disadvantage.
Yeah. Let's look at this as we finish out the show. This is President Trump today. We have responded with force and strength. We have to be vicious like they are. Trump unloads on the Democrat-run cities, bloodthirsty criminals in the wake of the brutal murder of Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska. I heard it all day long, and I can't even. I'm going to play the video real quick. It's not that long.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people, really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand. 24 of the top 25 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrat mayors. 50 people were murdered in Chicago in recent weeks, with hundreds being shot. And it's time to stop this madness. The people of our country need to insist on protection, safety, law, and order. We have proven that it can be done because we did it right here in D.C., in District of Columbia. The capital of America was a bloodthirsty, horrible, dangerous place, one of the worst. And now it's a crime-free city, and we're going to keep it that way. It can be done. It can happen fast. All we want is, please, Mr. President, we need help. Chicago needs help. Other cities need help. We'll do what has to be done because we're going to make America safe again, and that includes our big cities. We're going to make those cities safe. Thank you.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That was outstanding.
And that's what we expect from our president. That's what we're looking for. And it's...
And they're going to fight him on it.
Well, they're going to fight him on it, and they're going to lose because they don't have the backing of the people.
Understand, Democrats are about one thing only: opposing Trump.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what Trump is doing.
Yep.
They're going to oppose it.
Correct.
Trump could
this shit
cure cancer. Democrats would oppose it.
This shit's been going on in Chicago for years.
Oh, sure, it's been going on.
There's multiple shootings in there. So again, this is my final thought. Have situational awareness wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love President Trump and his sentiment there, I agree with him 100%. You cannot rely on somebody else to protect you. You have to be vigilant. You have to be aware financially, socially, mentally. You are responsible for you.
You got to put yourself in a position where you have an advantage, not a disadvantage.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not out of a place of fear. It's out of a place of anticipation. It's a different dynamic. With that, I will say thank you. Anything in chat, Teddy? We're good?
Dale says, I always face the door at the restaurant.
100%.
Yep.
Because he's a man and he's protecting his woman. I've met Dale and his wife. They're beautiful people. 100%. They come here to the Man Cave all the time when we have stuff like that. All right. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Thanks, share, subscribe, Dale. Do all that stuff. If you want to get some great products, go over to thealexjonesstore.com/this is my brain. thealexjonesstore.com/this is my brain. And find some great products over there. I take a ton of that shit. I need to just do one whole show on what I take. But other than that, appreciate all of you. I didn't see my normal people in the chat, but I appreciate them. I was expecting some. Well, Dale, it's my one normals. A bunch of Big K, some of the other people. But I was expecting my one buddy to be in there, and he ghosted me today. So I'm a little disappointed. With that, we'll say good night and catch you next time.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Yep.
This is my brain.
Dad, that's an egg.
Yeah, that's an egg.
Honey,
Dude.
that's an egg.
Seriously.
That's an egg.
It's a metaphor.
It's still an egg.
That's an egg.
I would challenge you.
That's an egg.
I know my brain is not actually an egg, okay? It's a metaphor.
Metaphor or not, that's not your brain.
It's just an egg.
Una cerveza para mí. My egg is my brain.
Can I at least have some bacon, maybe some sausage with that egg, though?
Oh, I want some bacon.
I want crepes.
Have some bacon and pancakes with that egg.
I'll take it with cheese.
Extra large brown cage-free eggs.
Can I have your brain with cakes?
A little sausage and a little toast and potato.
That would be great.
Does it have antibiotics?
I don't know, man. I'm not good at this shit.
Well, they gotta be able to resist some diseases.
You resist the disease.
Has it got any hormones?
Maybe. It's cage free.
Vegetarian?
Maybe.
Are they vegan?
No, I eat steak.
Never apologize and never explain.
Never apologize.
Never apologize and never explain.